Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Birkelbach Field here on the campus of Georgetown High School for tonight's football game. Kelly DeVoll alongside Wally Harmon here. Unfortunately, Doppler Dave is not with us tonight. We
miss you.
We miss our sidekick and weather extraordinaire, Dave. We hope you're getting better. It's good to see you this afternoon, and we sure miss you here in the booth and at the game. I hope you are getting better each and every day. But more importantly, this is a big game, Kelly.
Huge game. Win, and we're in the playoffs. We lock up the playoff spot, and that would make next week a positioning battle. But next week is Weiss, district leaders right now. So it's important that Georgetown take care of their business tonight.
And Weiss has a big game tonight.
Yes, they do.
Cedar Park and Weiss do battle. Weiss will be on the road at Cedar Park at Gupton Stadium. Capacity about 10,200, and you can imagine that's going to be a full stadium tonight.
It's going to be rocking.
The big game last week outside of Georgetown victorious over Leander was the fact that Weiss went into Manor and put a whooping on the Manor Mustangs in front of a crowd there on the campus of Manor. That score was 44-10. And then you look at it last night, 49-21. Weiss went right back, or Manor went right back to work and put it on the Anderson Trojans.
Yeah.
And so Manor's not stepping back.
Nope.
But they just took a whooping and time to make it up. But they still have one tough game next week in Cedar Park.
They do, and that's going to be an interesting game to watch. It's going to be a fun game to watch or follow because we won't be watching it. We'll be busy. No. We're Thursday next week.
Yeah.
So we can watch that game next week. But tonight is huge, and the coach is aware of it. The players are aware of it. They know what's at stake tonight, and let's take care of it tonight.
Tonight, the Georgetown Eagles host the Pflugerville Panthers. Pflugerville comes into the ball game 1-4 in district play. Some tough losses. They're on a three-game losing streak. They lost to Manor 45-12. They lost to Weiss 28-19. They lost to Cedar Park just 37-32 last Thursday night. An interception in the last minute or two of the ball game by Cedar Park. Cedar Park gets the interception and takes all hopes away from Pflugerville. But Pflugerville was upset-minded last Thursday night to upset Cedar Park. So a good football team.
Yes.
Just right now in the midst of a losing streak. Ready to come out. They know they can play spoiler for this Georgetown Eagle football team.
They can. And our coaches are aware of it. Our players are aware of it. And, Coach Griffin here in just a little bit, whenever you hear his interview, you'll hear him say their record is very deceptive. They got some great athletes on that side of the football, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
And then look at it. Georgetown comes into the ballgame 1-3 at home. 3 big losses, Belton by 4 points, Cedar Park by 4 points, Liberty Hill by 4 points. They finally got their first home victory over Anderson just a couple of weeks ago, 41-26. This senior team wants to go out with a bang. They want to play their last home game here against Pflugerville tonight and erase the doubt. That just say, whoa, this is a 4-game winning streak, and we finish on our home field the way we wanted to.
Well, folks, I have an exciting treat for you. I caught up this week with the man, the myth, the legend, defensive coordinators and linebackers coach Pat to most of you. David Patterson sat down, was kind enough to sit down, take some time and interview. Here's that interview for you to enjoy. We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff. Coach David Patterson, better known as Coach Pat to a lot of you, defensive coordinator and linebacker coach. And coaches, like I said before we got started on this, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Pat is with us. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you, man.
So the former UTA Maverick, and now been at Georgetown for 13 years.
I think it's going on 15 now.
Going on 15. All right. The website needs to get up there. I knew it's been quite some time. You coached when my son was there and coached when a lot of guys' sons were there.
That's correct.
What's kept you at Georgetown this long?
Well, I think that the type of kids we have here, the administration, the coaching staff, and the kids, I've been doing this for 36 years, okay? And this is the longest place I've ever been at. This is my 15th year here. Okay. And there's a reason for that is because of the parents and the kids and administration. All right. A very high character, They're great people to work with. The coaches are and the kids are. It's a great place to coach. So that's the reason why I've been here so long. Okay, just a great bunch of kids.
Well, Coach, there's one more reason you've been there so long, and that part of that's success.
Yeah,
Anybody that's familiar with Texas high school football knows there's some pressure to succeed and win football games, and that's another reason why you've been here so long. You started your coaching career at Halton, is that correct?
Uh-huh.
And then went to Keller, and then Pflugerville, and you were at Pflugerville for what, 8 years?
Yeah, 8 or 9 years at Pflugerville, and I was at Keller. There's a lot of coaches that jump around a heck of a lot more than I do.
Right.
I stayed at a place usually for a pretty good little while. Okay. I really hadn't been in a bad place at all. You can tell by, how long I've been there. All right. But every place I've been at, I've had a good bunch of kids and good people to work with and good men to work with. It's been fun.
Well, and it's been fun getting to know you over the years, and you're probably aware of the reputation that you have of hard-nosed, which is earned. But one of the things that I enjoy is when I'm up there in the press box after the defense comes off the field, especially after a score. I'm watching you, and I'm watching those kids, and you're teaching and coaching. You're not screaming at them, not yelling at them. You're coaching them, and talk about your approach to that.
Well, I think my approach is a lot of coaches. What they do is they, on their background when they were growing up as a kid, their coach that coached them. All right, and when I was in high school, I kind of had a love-hate relationship with the defensive coordinator. He was a linebackers coach like I am, and it was kind of a love-hate deal where. You love the man, but he made it real tough on you in practice. He demanded a lot out of you. Okay. Now that's kind of looked upon as old school. I think it's still important. And I kind of, in my coaching career, kind of emulate myself, how he addressed me. All right. And demanded the best out of me every time I was around.
So at the beginning of the year, we talked a lot about the lack of experience on this team coming back, and you didn't have a lot of experience on the defensive side of the ball, but man, that defense has stepped up and it really looks like it's coming together now.
Yeah, the first couple games we were close, all right, defensively. Really putting it together, and we kind of went into the Hendrickson game right before the Hendrickson game, and we addressed that as a coaching staff, and Coach Griffin did a great job of addressing that too as well, and kind of having a theme of going 1-0 and what that looks like during the week. All right, how can we eliminate those few points that we're losing by? Does that make sense?
Right.
So what we did is basically take the whole week and what does 1-0 look like to you on Sunday? Your scout report. All right, 1-0. All right, we're going to be 1-0 against Hendrickson. And that week we were doing that. All right, we're going to be 1-0. We're going to get 8 or 9 hours sleep. Or we're going to eat right. Or we're going to drink enough, hydrate enough. All right, or we're going to be 1-0 in the classroom. We kind of took on that thing, and coaches and kids bought into it, and it exploded on us and really did well. All right, against Hendrickson, because they were a talented ball club. Anytime you play a Pflugerville school, they're going to be very talented. All right. And we started kids bought into it, and we started playing really good football and turnovers too as well. You got to get off blocks. You got to tackle. All right. And you got to create turnovers.
Who has really surprised you this year on the defense?
Probably looking at it, surprised me is our defensive line. All right. Yeah. Carson Gatto, Valenta, and Brandon Hawkins, okay, too as well. Because we came in really into last spring, we were working a 4-2-5, a four-man front.
Right.
And we had a few kids on the defensive line in the summertime that left. So we had to play an odd front. All right. So it's a little bit different when you play inside with the defensive end that's used to playing outside on the tackle. All right. So those kids have really stepped up because to me, all right, when those linebackers make plays and they get stickers for their stars, I tell them to give them to the defensive linemen because they deserve it. They're keeping those guys off of them. And people don't see that. Right. They just see, the tackle all right, which is great, and we have to tackle. But I mean, those guys keep them off those linebackers, all right, and somebody's got to do that, and that is a job that not a lot of kids like to do. All right, so I'm really not surprised, but I'm really glad to be around those kids. They do a job that's very thankless.
Right.
All right, and I'm proud of them.
Well, and I'm not like a lot of football. When I'm doing that broadcast, I'm watching what's going on that line. I like seeing what's happening with the blocking schemes, and I'm seeing those three guys up front, all of them at one time or another in the game are getting double teamed, sometimes triple teamed, whether that's by assignment or one of the guys on the offense blew their assignment. But I'm seeing Carson tie up two blockers, which frees up a linebacker to make a play.
Correct. Okay.
And it's fun watching those guys play. I love watching those guys play. So early in the season, especially, there were a couple teams that had some success running against us more than the teams have recently. Was part of that attributable to the fact that you had to change schemes like that?
Well, think about we kind of went back and looked at it the first couple of weeks. Why that was happening. All right. And I think it was a technique issue and an odd front and kids getting used to playing an odd front, a three-man front, all right, against good football teams, all right, with a good offensive line. And it took us a little while because we were young, all right, to get better at the technique issue and what we were doing, all right, up front. And the kids really bought into it. And really, to be honest with you, came to work on Monday, all right, at practice, all right, having that 1-0 mentality, in run hall, all right, whether in team, whatever we do, whether it's in your individual work, whether you're working the double and go, working the double team, or single blocking, just getting better at that, going 1-0 every way, and really it's proved that it worked real well. The kids bought into it. It just worked their technique better.
Well, Coach, it's fun watching these kids play. It's fun watching you guys coach them. We here at SHN Sports really appreciate the entire coaching staff for making us feel welcome and helping us out with our broadcast and stuff. And I appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you, man.
Coach, folks, that's Coach David Patterson, Coach Pat, defensive coordinator and linebackers coach for your Georgetown Eagles. Coach, we appreciate your time. Folks, stick with us. The countdown to kickoff continues.
Special thanks to Coach Pat. Caught up to him and enjoyed that conversation with him. Also got to talk to Coach Griffin, and here's what Coach Griffin had to say about last week's game, the importance of tonight's game as well.
We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks for joining us again.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
A big win against Leander, and before we talked about that game, we were kind of expecting Leander to put up a pretty big fight, but it's not so much that they didn't put up a fight, but you guys just shut them down.
Yeah, man, I'm really proud of our kids. They had a great week of practice, great week of work, and I went out there and played really well on Friday.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I didn't get to beat the game, but I watched it live because I had a date with my wife. You got to take care of
the date of the game if you were on your phone throughout the whole date. Come on now.
Well, I got to check in, But talk a little bit. The offense really put things together, put a lot of points on the board. Little slow start, but picked it back up pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just we didn't come out guns blazing there right at the beginning, but pretty quick jump on it and played really well offensively. Everybody had a big night, really. Darson did, especially. Devin and Petter ran the ball really well. Moose ran the ball really well. Had a couple of really big catches out of Marquise and out of Drado. So. Just all the way around, thought our offensive line reacted really well to what they were doing, and we were able to run the football very well. So it was a good night offensively.
Well, and you look at the performance of those guys in the backfield, this is how an offense is supposed to work. The running game opens up the pass, and the pass opens up the running game, and really it all boils down to what that offensive line is doing as well. We talked about last week, but again, I was impressed with their work again.
Yeah, absolutely. Our guys are doing well. Coach Bay's doing a great job organizing everything, putting it all together and calling plays. And guys are just going out and performing well. So it's really, really fun to be an Eagle right now.
On the defensive side of the ball, one big play in that first series that Leander had, but then the defense really stiffened, held them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we had a missed tackle there early, and they kind of had a big gainer out of that. But then we were able to shut them down, you know, and hold them to a field goal, kind of shut them down there in the red zone, and we're able to do that a couple of times on the night. So our defensive guys played really well. Coach Pat and those guys did a great job of just getting everybody together and getting them in the right spot, and our kids made plays.
It's funny because as little as I know about, or seem to know about football, that there was one series that Leander had, and I said they have got to score a touchdown or they're going to be in trouble in this. And the next play was a turnover. Yeah, the defense was just getting after them. When I looked at the stats are a little overinflated, and I think they gained most of that yardage in the second half against second teamers.
Yeah, they did. Most of that came, and they did have a couple of big plays in the game, and they had two big plays that were both just broken tackle. One was a missed tackle, and the other two, our two guys hit each other running to make the tackle, and both of those were big gainers. So that inflated the stats some, but really, you know, all night long, our defense played really well. We ended up with 3 turnovers on the night, you know, and had some fourth down stops, which we count as those as turnovers as well. And I'm proud of our defensive guys and how they played.
And the Eagles have really limited turnovers on our offense as well.
Mm-hmm.
Darson, I think, has only thrown, 3 interceptions this season?
Yeah,
2 of those
right.
were 3 district. So he's only had 1 interception in district, and we haven't put the football on the ground much. Petter had a very uncharacteristic fumble a couple of games ago in the last loss that the Eagles had, but they've done a great job of protecting the football.
Well, yeah, and that's a point of emphasis for us. I mean, we talk about that all the time, is protect the ball, and it's all about the football, you know. So you got to do a great job protecting that, and you got to work it every day, and our kids have responded really well to that.
So big game this week in Pflugerville.
Yep.
I guess the guys are aware of what's at stake this week, huh?
Yeah, sure. We talked about that. We talked about the playoff picture and how that goes. But, you know, our big deal is not looking forward to the playoffs and not be ready for the game, right? We can't look forward and past what we've got to do this week. We've got to take care of this week first. So that's the really big key, is taking care of this week. And, you know, Pflugerville does a really good job offensively, probably the most complete offense we've played. They got 2 guys. They're really close to us. They got 2 guys who can run the ball really well. They got 2 really good outside dudes on the outside. They've got a good quarterback that runs the ship, and so really similar to us offensively, and what we do. Just not necessarily scheme wise, but just the way we match up. They're really similar to us. You know, defensively, and play 4-man front. They're going to be athletic and fast and play some man coverage, and so. We got our work cut out for us this week. Pflugerville is always a dangerous team, always really good. Coach Taylor and those guys do a great job coaching them over there. So it's going to be a good game on Friday.
Well, Pflugerville, they've always seemed to be a challenge. And in some of their game film that I watched this week so far, like you were saying, not necessarily scheme-wise, but if you sell your soul to stop the run, they're going to beat you with the pass.
Yeah.
And if you sell your soul defensively to stop the pass, they're going to run the ball right up your guts.
Yep. They're, like I said, they're really close to what we do. They've got 5 guys that can really go offensively. So they're a challenge for sure.
Right. I think their record is a little bit deceiving.
It is, sure. Yeah, it is. You know, their record is a little bit deceiving. But you know, Deshaun Oakman, man, he's been. I told the guys the other day, I think he's 27. I think he's been the running back at Pflugerville since I got here in 2008. It seems like he's. I think he started every game for him for the last 4 years. So
probably driving a motorcycle to middle school games.
Yeah, I mean he's been really good. So and he's a tough back, and they've got a bunch of other guys. You know, Jalen Reeves made a commitment today, and he's got an offer today anyway, and he's been really good. So they got some guys that we've got to stop for sure.
Well, we're looking forward to a good game and a fun game this week. Thankfully, we're back home. Weather should be absolutely beautiful. So looking forward to Friday night.
Fall weather finally.
Did you bring your sheet with you this week?
Oh, yeah, I got it. It's right here. I already got it.
Players of the game.
Yeah, players of the game from last week. Carson Gatto was our defensive lineman of the week with 4 tackles. AJ was our linebacker with 5 tackles and a pass breakup. Our defensive back of the week was Baylor Alexander. He had 4 tackles and an interception. Our House of Pain defensive player of the week was Jesse Avila. Had 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and an interception.
Wow.
And then offensively, our back was Petter with 3 rushes for 42 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then 1 catch for 51 yards. Wide receiver is Marquise. He had 5 catches for 104 and a touchdown and had a big block. Broden Elliott was our offensive lineman of the week, just did an outstanding job. And then Darson was our offensive player, Code Blue player of the week. 355 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and he only had 31 snaps. So that was really impressive.
So real quickly, you talk about Jesse and you talk about Carson. We are hearing those 2 guys' names a lot.
Yep.
And boy, they are both just playing some really good football this year.
Yes, they are. They're doing a great job. They sure are. Glad those guys came to us from baseball, and it's proved to be really good for us that they were able to come out.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, folks. That's head coach Chuck Griffin of your Georgetown Eagles. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time.
You got it. Thanks, Kelly.
Guys, the pregame, it's countdown to kickoff now. The SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff will continue next. Here's tonight's starting lineups for your Georgetown Eagles. First, on offense. At right tackle, senior, number 77, Robert Schweitzer. Number 52, Nick Fisher at right guard. He's a senior. Number 65, Broden Elliott is the center. He's a junior. At left guard, number 50, Jacob Weisheimer. He's a sophomore. Number 78, Jeremiah Phillips is the left tackle, a senior. Number 6, Drayden Dickman, wide receiver. He's a junior. Number 25, Marquise Dominguez. He is a wide receiver and a junior. Number 22, Andrew Petter. He's a slot receiver and a sophomore. Number 14, senior Hayden During. He's a slot receiver as well. Number 32, Devin Ross, running back. He's a senior. Number 16, Tyler Hawkins is at fullback. He's a senior. Number 8, Darson Harmon is the quarterback. He's a senior. And on defense for your Eagles, at end is senior 15, Carson Gatto. The nose is number 43, Michael Valenta. He's a senior. At bandit is number 38, Brandon Stovall. He's a junior. The outside linebacker is number 10, Ian Lewis, a junior. The Mike linebacker is senior Bryson Hanks, number 3. The Sam linebacker is number 5, A.J. Bradshaw. He's a senior. The star linebacker is senior Jesse Avila, number 7. The safeties are number 18, Trent McConnell, a senior, and number 24, Gabriel Denova. He's a junior. The corners for Georgetown, number 11, Baylor Alexander. He's a senior. And number 42, sophomore Leo Diaz. On special teams, the long snapper, number 36, Rex Lee. He's a senior. The punter is number 48, Luke DeCartry. He's a senior. The kicker, number 37, Carson Saucedo. He's a senior. The holder is junior Tucker Griffin, number 4. And the return man is number 25, Marquise Dominguez. He's a junior. And that's the starting lineups for your Georgetown Eagles.
We're back here live, Birkelbach Field. Kelly DeVoll, Wally Harmon along with my wife, Jerry Ann Harmon, running the computers tonight. Everything for us. Senior night for the dance team, the band, the cheerleaders, and so those kids are being honored right now on the field. Kelly, one thing you hit on it, listening to the interview with Coach Griffin, that sticks out is ball control. Not turning over the ball.
Yep.
And this Eagle team has done a great job. The rare fumble by Petter a couple of games ago, only 3 interceptions on the year for Darson Harmon. In an offense like this, that is as high-powered as you're going to watch They like to get up and down the field quickly. Time of possessions are always 2 to 2.5 minutes max. It's a stat you got to savor as a coach.
Well, and we saw last week, it's going to be the same principle tonight with Pflugerville. Whenever who did we play last week? Leander. When Leander would drive and have to settle for field goals, that was problematic. And we said early on, there, right before we got one of the turnovers again from Leander, I said they have to score a touchdown on this drive or they're going to be in trouble. Next play was turnover. It's going to be the same thing for Pflugerville tonight. They are going to have to exchange touchdowns with us to stay in the game. And if they can do that, then it's going to be whoever can come up with the big defensive stop at the end of the game.
And it's one thing this offense will do. They will put up numbers. Georgetown puts up numbers, and they put them up quickly. Georgetown comes into the ball game on the season averaging 42 points a game. In district, 45.8 points a game. Allowing 27 points a game overall, only allowing 25 points a game in district. Pflugerville, on the flip side, comes in allowing 35.2 points a game in district and only scoring 32.8. That kind of tells you why you're 1-4 in district play. In that sense, you're giving up more points and you're scoring. The offense in a battle with a team like Georgetown's offense, the way it's been playing, you've got to put touchdown for touchdown.
You have to. And the defense has done a lot better job earlier in the season. They struggled with some tackling issues, some of the basics, but they seem to have gotten beyond that now, and hopefully that'll be the case tonight. Put the ball carrier on the ground. Last week, only a couple of explosive plays, but one of those early in the game was because of missed tackle. So, and that was a rarity, and that's why the Eagles have been able to go on this winning streak that they're on right now. And in a position tonight, we win tonight, we lock down our playoff spot.
During the coaching show, I talked to Baylor Alexander, one of the defensive backs for the Georgetown Eagle football team, who we've been calling his name more and more. And I asked Baylor, I said, how is it and how are you as you guys have a defensive unit responding when you had 3 early losses, 4 total, but 3 of them by 4 points each to teams that you guys could have beat, and the defense would have every reason to hang their head. And this defense has come back out and said, I'm sorry, that's not how it's going to be with us. It's time to play ball. And they've reacted to that and what they've done in this 3-game winning streak. And Baylor said, we haven't given up on ourselves, and more importantly, we've pushed ourselves to hold each other accountable, to play tough against for each other and with each other. And you've seen that. When you only give up, 9 points against Hendrickson, 6 of them on the last play on an untimed down after a goofy penalty right at the end.
Right.
So you hold a team to 3 points. Give them 9. 26 against Anderson. They ran the ball. That running back Page was an animal.
Yeah, in the Anderson game, how many of those were trash time points?
Exactly. Against 3rd and 4th string players coming in. And then only 13 by Leander. That one play you were talking about, that first drive of the ball game for Leander, that wide receiver Cotton slipped 1 tackle and he was off to the races. You saw the defense not give up, and then they didn't break. That's the performance they put on these last 3 weeks, and this team has come to rely on that. Hey, you do your job, get the ball back to the offense, and they'll waste no time.
Well, and you can't talk about the defense without talking about A.J. Bradshaw. And A.J. Bradshaw has been playing like an absolute monster on the field. And then whenever you get up front, the front 3, the 3 down linemen, they have done a tremendous job, and that starts with Carson Guido. And Carson Guido got an interception, so that tells you what kind of athleticism he has. And, when you're talking about the defense, those are the 2 guys that you got to start off talking about. And as our folks who are watching on YouTube see, the players walking through the stands, this is one of my favorite things, one of the traditions that I love here in Georgetown with these kids walking through the stands, and I love this part. But I'm so excited for this football game. I've been working on stuff for the broadcast all day just to take up my time. I'm ready for this game.
And we get ready for kickoff. It shows 2 minutes left on the pregame clock. The Pittsburgh Pflugerville Panthers come running out of their tunnel. They are going to be in the royal blue pants, white jerseys, white helmets. The Georgetown Eagles in the gray pants, black jerseys with the silver helmets as they make their way through the crowd. Quick break. We'll bring you the pregame. We're coming up ready for kickoff here in just a moment. Keep listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
This presentation of Georgetown Eagles football on SHN Sports is brought to you by the generosity of our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. Business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com.
Georgetown Eagles taking the field, running through the sign. We special shout out to our sponsors, Borrow from Morrow, Smoothie King, and Minutemen Press. The Georgetown Eagles taking the in the north end zone as they get ready for action. The Georgettes, the cheerleaders, all on the field as the team come running out. I tell you what, Kelly, one thing that stuck out to me as well is you look across the field at the Pflugerville Panther team. They do not have a very big roster. It's a big school, the main original school in Pflugerville ISD.
All right.
This roster for the Georgetown Eagles seems to swallow up the teams each and every week. It's crazy how many kids you have coming out for football at a school like Georgetown, and then we see a big school like Pflugerville and a smaller roster that these teams put out. And that's got to have an effect on the longevity of these players, the how tired they get, especially like in a defense with an offense like this that puts the ball up fast, trying to keep up with them. It's got to wear on these kids.
Well, Pflugerville was one of those schools where you said it was the original school in Pflugerville, and you're absolutely correct in that. And then they started building schools around, and that pulled a bunch of the athletes that would normally have been at Pflugerville to other schools. We see the same thing happen in Leander with the Leander ISD. Cedar Park was the big dog, and now there's several schools that are really, really good at football and the other sports. So as this area starts to expand, and the same thing could happen here in Georgetown, talk about building a third high school. That's going to be really interesting to see what kind of effect a third high school has on Georgetown High School and on Eastview High School, because I think that's what you've seen with Pflugerville.
The coin toss going on right now here in the middle of the field. So Pflugerville won the opening toss. They have deferred to the second half. The Georgetown Eagles will be receiving the opening kickoff from the south end of the stadium. The captains on the field, Donald Ray Springs, a senior for the Pflugerville Panthers. Jalen Reeves, the senior quarterback. Christian Valadez, the senior wide receiver. And the senior running back, Elijah Oakman. For your Georgetown Eagles, Bryson Hanks, Darson Herman, Baylor Alexander, and Hayden Daring. We're going to mute our mics, go to the crowd mic, and bring you the national anthem. Be right back with the kickoff. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN. The Georgetown Eagle Marching Band with the fight song right before game time. Kelly DeVoll, your color analyst, myself, Wally Harmon, the play-by-play, and another shout-out to our boy Doppler Dave. We miss you tonight, buddy. We hate broadcasting the game without our whole crew, but we hope you're enjoying the show at home because we miss you here in the studio.
And let me tell you something. Having a guy like David England on your crew is not only a pleasure because he's such a fun guy to be around, but that's one of the hardest working dudes I've ever met in my life. So, Dave, we miss you, buddy. We love you, and hope you get well soon.
In honor of Dave, I'm going to give my stab at the forecast. Georgetown, currently 66 degrees. I have no wind conditions. We know it's a little bit windy.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I did want to talk about. The wind is laying down, and it was a good call because it's coming out of the north. It's going to lay down even more. So by the second quarter, wind shouldn't be much of a factor. Not that it's a huge one now because just 2 hours ago it was.
The Pflugerville Panthers coming to the ball game 4-7 against the Eagles all time. 4 wins, 7 losses. The Georgetown Eagles have won the last 5 between these two teams. The kick is off and to the far side. Fielded at the 24-yard line. Brought up 25-30. Finds a little gap. Hits about the 35-yard line. And the Georgetown Eagles will start the ball game with a 1st and 10 at their own 35. So good field position for this offense, Kelly, to start things out.
It's going to be exciting to see. They've relied so much on the run, and it's been a pretty balanced offense, but that running game has really set the tone for the Eagles this season.
1st and 10 from their own 35. The offense comes out. It'll be Andrew Petter in the backfield with Darson Harmon. Looks like Drayden Dickman on the far side, the solo wide receiver, Daring and Dominguez, the receivers on the left side. Petter now offset to the left side of Harmon. In the shotgun formation, Tyler Hawkins on the left side of the line. The tight end, the shotgun snap back to Harmon. Little kick out pass to Petter. He breaks a tackle, 30-35, falls down. Kind of trips up there. They're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles.
If he doesn't slip, he's got a big gainer, but it's so rare that the first guy that hits Petter brings him to the ground.
Now there, I think it's just a click of the heels there. They kind of mixed up feet. Petter maybe missed the tackle, but he ends up falling down. 2nd and 9 now from the 36-yard line. 3 running backs in the backfield. Harmon gets blitzed. He breaks away from it. Now he'll kick it across. That Petter down the sideline. 50, 45, pushed out of bounds there. What a scramble by Harmon, and he got away with one there. I thought he might have been past the line of scrimmage, but it goes for a long gain there all the way down to the Pflugerville 42.
Eberson, the last name, Ahianako, I think, number 44. He had to pick between the quarterback and Petter, and that was a tough choice. Good game.
Harmon, shotgun snap. He's looking to go to a new receiver, this time to, looks like Dickman. Nope, that's going to be Petter again. And that's enough for a borrow from Morrow first down. The second of the ball game. Moose comes off the field. Devin Ross back on quickly. The offense approaches up to the 27-yard line of Pflugerville.
3 downs, 3 touches by Petter. I don't have a problem with that. I like seeing that kid run the ball.
Now handed off to Devin Ross right up the middle. Hit and drags a man forward. What a run there. A late flag comes in from the umpire.
I think they're going to get a hit on Darson after he handed that ball off.
Ross got hit in the backfield and carried the defender forward still for a 3-yard gain. What a run there by the senior Devin Ross. We'll look at the penalty here. And we'll go to the field, Mike, once we get a chance here. And see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 8 defense. Hitting low on the quarterback. Passer is seeking the ball up to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Good call there, Kelly. I didn't see that. I was watching the run as Devin drug a defender about 5 yards. But that one is huge. Instead of 2nd and 7, now the Eagles will have another first down inside the Smoothie King red zone on a penalty that just doesn't need to occur.
Right, and I get it. It was kind of like Hendrickson's coach said, we're going to hit Darson as soon as he gets off the bus, but you can't hit him after the play is done.
First and 10 from the 12-yard line inside the Smoothie King red zone. Harmon with the shotgun snap. He'll fake the handoff, keep it right up the middle. 10, 5, untouched, touchdown! Georgetown Eagles, Darson Harmon. Well, I tell you what, the run-pass option there, he faked the handoff to Devin Ross, and as soon as he did, Ross got hit. Harmon went untouched for 12 yards.
I don't. What do you do? How do you defend it? I mean, everybody has to play their assignment exactly correct, or there's going to be a gain. You see there, the big man rumbled for the TD.
The Minutemen press extra point attempt. Carson Sauceda, the snap back. Tucker Griffin puts the hold down. The kick is up, and it is good. Carson Sauceda caps off the scoring drive with the extra point. 7-0. The Eagles lead it over the Panthers. 10 minutes, 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. What a job by the offense. Quick timeout. We'll be back here with more Eagle football on SHN in just a moment. The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive summary. The Georgetown Eagles go 65 yards in 5 plays in 1 minute and 13 seconds. And it's capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run by quarterback Darson Harmon. And Carson Sauceda tacks on the extra point. 7-0. The Eagles lead it after 1 possession. The first kick for the Eagles comes to the near sideline, fielded at the 25-yard line on a fair catch. And by number 1, Donald Ray Springs, and that's where the Eagles will take over, or the Panthers will take over, but there is a flag on the field about the 40-yard line. It may be offsides on the kicking team. We'll see what they call here as the referees meet up. If nothing else, it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 25. We'll see what the penalty call is. We'll go to the crowd mic.
Offside, number 5, kicking team. 5-yard penalty for the end of the run. First down.
Maybe the only mistake you'll see by the Punisher, A.J. Bradshaw.
AJ going to get some.
He was going to get somebody. A 5-yard penalty, and that'll start out of now the first possession of the ball game for the Panthers at their own 30. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 10 minutes, 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Eagle defense gets their first opportunity. Looks like a Wildcat situation here. And a direct snap to Oakman. He goes to the left side. He makes a man miss. 35-40. He breaks it open midfield. 45-40, 35-30. Tracked down from behind. 20, 15. He's taken down. And Oakman, the senior running back, all the way into the red zone. All the way up to the 15-yard line of Georgetown.
And that's what Coach Griffin was worried about. He's an athletic, fast runner. And that's who you got to go after. That's who you got to contain.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Eagle 15-yard line. And they're going to stick with it. No quarterback in. You're going with the Wildcat. Now he'll hand it off to number 23. Hit at the line, spins out of a tackle, 10-yard line, down to about the 5-yard line. It'll be close to a first down, maybe at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. The handoff went to Matthew Tryon Jr., the junior running back. So Oakman, the quarterback, in the position of the quarterback, is the senior running back, and Tryon Jr., the running back, offset to the left side now of Oakman. 2nd and 1 from the 6. Oakman goes to the left side, and he dives through and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pflugerville. They answer quickly in less than a minute. 9:47 left on the clock, and it's a 7-6 score.
Well, there you go. It's good. Track meet.
Got to stop the run. I think Pflugerville pretty much told you right there what they're going to do.
Yep.
They're going to run this ball.
Well, and through the season, the Eagle coaching staff's done a good job of making in-game adjustments, and we've talked about it several times.
The extra point attempt is up. And it is good. So the ball game's tied with 9:47 left here in the first quarter. Quick timeout, back with the kickoff. 9:47 left in the game. We're all tied 7-7. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN.
SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
9:47 left here in the first quarter. 7-7 to score. The Panthers respond with a 50-second drive that goes 3 plays for 70 yards, capped off by the 6-yard touchdown run by Eric Oakman. The kick fielded at the 29, up to a 35, and tackled about the 36-yard line. The Eagles will have it there to start their second possession of the ball game.
Petter touching the ball again.
Andrew Petter, the sophomore, has had his hand in almost every play but the touchdown run by Darson Herman.
Yeah.
So the Eagles will start it with 9:42 at their own 37.
We said in the pregame they're going to have to exchange touchdowns, and so far, first possession for each team, touchdown. So going to be interesting to see who gets the stop.
3 receivers right. False start on the defense. Sorry, I say false start. The offensive guy put his hand up to protect himself. Looks like number 79 jumped for the defense. Let's go with the field mic and hear the call.
Defense, number 99.
Number 99, Victor Osui, with the false start. Our defensive offside penalty. And that'll make it 1st and 5 from the 42 for the Eagles.
You can't miss that big kid being someplace he's not supposed to be.
6'3", 220 pounds. Snap back. Darson Herman keeps it. Now the pass.
Oh.
Looked like Drayden Dickman was tackled before the ball ever got to him. An incompletion there. Pass falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 now.
Hooked that shoulder pad and came over the top.
Fake the handoff to Devin Ross, the running back in the backfield. Pistol formation. 3 receivers right. Now Ross offset to the right side of Herman. In the shotgun snap. Snap back. Herman fakes the handoff. He drops back looking to pass long. And he's going to take a shot. And wide open is the receiver. Caught. 20-yard line. 15. Thrown down about the 11-yard line. That's going to be Marquise Dominguez with a borrow from Morrow first down. The long throw and passing catch there from Herman to Dominguez. And they're back quickly on the ball inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6 inside the Smoothie King red zone. Quick snap, handed off to Devin Ross, 5-yard line. Piles forward and gets down to about the 3-yard line. You don't have much time once they get that first down. They close that gap from the 42-yard line to the 6 in a heartbeat.
Well, and then you like the tempo following that up, try to punch it in so before Pflugerville can make adjustments. But at this pace, this game's going to wind up 77-76. It's just going to be somebody miss a field goal or an extra point.
So 2nd and goal from the 3, make it the 2-yard line. Petter now in motion to the left. Herman shotgun snap. He's going to follow Ross, cuts it up the middle. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles. Darson Herman with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the ball game, Kelly. And how many weapons do you have at that? It's like Pflugerville as well.
Yeah.
You've got those weapons in the backfield, and Coach Griffin doing a great job of using them.
You know, all week the Pflugerville coaches have said in this circumstance, hit number 8. But the offensive line did a great job of moving those guys off the football, controlling the line of scrimmage, owning the trenches, and Darson's able to score a 2nd one.
The Minutemen press extra point attempt is up and good by Carson Sauceda. And the Eagles quickly take the lead back, 14-7 now, with 8:45 left here in the first quarter. The Georgetown Football Booster Club drive summary. 57 seconds this time. They didn't like the minute 13. They knocked it down to 57 seconds. They went a total of 63 yards in 4 plays, capped off by the 2-yard touchdown run by Darson Harmon. 14-7, the Eagles lead it. Sorry, 63-yard touchdown drive, not 67. In 4 plays. So a total of 9 offensive plays.
Yeah, when they're scoring so fast, it's hard to keep up with the drive.
I tell you what,
Summary.
You played nine offensive plays for the Eagles, 3 for the Panthers, and it's 14-7. And the Eagles getting set to kick off for the second time. 8:45 left here in the first quarter. 14-7, Georgetown leads it as they get ready to kick it off to the Panthers for their second possession.
Kick it to about the 40-yard line.
Kick floated down the near sideline. Fielded,
Get him
bobbled,
out.
dropped. It's on the ground. The ball's loose. And it looks like Donald Ray Springs falls on it after he bobbled it and dropped it.
A.J. Bradshaw is so much fun to watch on kick coverage because almost every time he absolutely blows somebody up, and he did on that kick too. And I just laugh.
A.J. Bradshaw, there's no wonder why he got the nickname the Punisher.
I know that's why I put that picture in the video to start, because he's scary.
I tell you what, he loves to hit.
He does.
You know, it's like the old days of Bill Bates,
Right.
The joke at practice was you don't move because Bill Bates hits anything that moves. It's a A.J. Bradshaw mentality. Oakman back in quarterback with the Wildcat. He'll come to the right side, pitch it to number 12, and back to reverse. And he's shut down. He's going to be backed up, now taken down for a loss. Back to the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3. The defense sniffed that one out as he pitched it off to Jake Iloka.
Well, and after we talked about A.J. just wanting to attack the football, A.J. stayed at home, as did the corner, and kept that from going anywhere and brought the loss in. So great job by the defense of taking care of their assignments and doing what they're supposed to do.
So it'll bring up at 2nd and 13 from the 26-yard line. 8:05 left in the first quarter. Oakman back to receive the snap. He'll run to the right side. No look to pass here. They're just running. He's hit, gets forward to the 30, 35 before he's knocked out of bounds. Oakman runs hard. He is an athletic running back. Elijah Oakman, a 5'10", 205-pound senior running back, gets up to the 37-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 now.
Built like a dump truck, man. That kid is low to the ground. Strong. They gang tackle him. Get him off his feet.
11-yard gain for Oakman. Cuts it down now. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. Oakman offset to the right will be Matthew Tryon Jr. Oakman will get the direct snap. Now he'll look to the sideline. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Play call out. Now Oakman to keep it. He'll go to the left side. Up to the 40-yard line. Slits the tackle up to the 45. Make it the 44 where they'll mark him down, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Ethan Caldwell, the sophomore tackle, number 75. He's the right tackle, but he pulled on that one and was able to move the defensive end way out of the way, and Oakman cut back right into the hole that was created by that pull. It looked like an old Green Bay Packers where they pull the guard and the tackle.
I don't think there's any confusion what Pflugerville is going to do. They're not looking to pass the ball at all. 1st and 10, shotgun back now. Oakman drops back to pass. He's going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be underthrown. It's incomplete. I say that, and then Oakman tosses the ball all the way down. Trying to hit number 2, Sidney Banasor, senior wide receiver. I tell you what.
Easy for you to say.
Some of the most difficult names I've ever seen in a football game, and I apologize up front as we try to pronounce these kids' names. But number 2, Sidney. That pass incomplete from Oakman brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 44-yard line. First pass of the game for the Panthers. Back to the running. He'll hand it off to Tyron. He runs forward, gets hit, gets about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers.
I'm going to go to the crystal ball here and say number 22 is about to run off the left side.
Elijah Oakman looks over to the sideline. You'll see a lot of schools holding up the cue cards and the boards and the everything. on
like
the
you had
side.
an Austin FC game.
And you look over to the Pflugerville side, and they have the substitute boards. Oakman with the snap, left side run. He's hit quickly. Is that Carson Guido? Couldn't see who got up. I think it was Carson Guido on the right side there. No, that's Trent McConnell.
Trent McConnell.
He was up and made the tackle, and that's for no gain. That brings up 4th and 6 for the Panthers. What a play there by the senior safety, Trent McConnell.
And Michael Valenta was in there on that tackle, too.
The substitute board goes up, 25 red, 7 green. The play call for the Panthers, Oakman back in shotgun formation. He backs up to pass again. The blitz is on. A little dump screen to the left side. It's wide open. He cuts it 35, 40, 35, 25, 20, 10, 15. Oh, I couldn't keep the number straight. What a play call there.
On 4th down.
A very tricky play to run on 4th down, because if that screen gets blown up or picked off, it would have been dangerous, but instead it's a big play for the Panthers. They get down, marked down at the 13-yard line of Georgetown.
Great play design, and whenever your defensive line, when those guys in the box get back to the quarterback that quick, they stop because they're going, uh-oh. Here comes the screen.
Tryon gets the catch and goes. Oakman snap, and he's taken down quickly up to the 9-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 now. Oakman took the direct snap and went forward, but he has a load to bring down. There will be no arm tackling of this big young running back, Elijah Oakman.
You hit a running back like that at the knees or lower.
And I got to give a shout out to Elijah's dad, former co-worker of mine at the Austin Police Department, Eric Oakman. Got to be proud his son doing a great job. Takes a snap, hands it off. Left side taken down inside the 5-yard line. Looked like the ball came loose.
I was saying he was down. I think that's the right call, too. He stretched the ball out, tried to reach the goal line, and that's when it popped out whenever he hit the ground.
Jake Aloka took the handoff from Oakman. Number 12 took the handoff, and he got down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Panthers. Oakman keeps it, hits the goal line, and in for the touchdown.
Ball came loose again, but again, he'd already broken the plane.
So it gives you something, though, you got to think, Kelly. The coaching staff's going to talk about is when you get one guy to hit him, the rest of them strip at the ball.
Right.
Take off at that ball. That's twice the ball's come loose there on this drive for the Panthers. The extra point attempt. Oakman will be the holder. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it is good. And the ball game is tied at 4:59 left here in the first quarter.
I tell you what, that Oakman is just a tough runner. Man, and we've said it before, I just like seeing good athletes play ball. And, Georgetown homer call, but whenever we're playing against a good athlete, we'll say it. And he's a good athlete. And that offensive line is doing a great job of opening holes. So he's getting to that second level to guys who are way smaller than him, trying to bring him down and not having a lot of success.
3 minutes, 42 seconds on the drive. A 10-play drive for the Panthers goes 71 yards, capped off by the 1-yard touchdown run by Elijah Oakman. His second touchdown of the ball game. Maybe the longest possession you'll see of the night for either team. But that's what happens on a running team like Pflugerville. That clock is going to continue to run as they pound that ball on this Eagle defense. 4:59 left in the first quarter. The Panthers ready to kick off. Number 14, Jose Zapata kicks it off. Fielded on the near sideline by Petter at the 25, up past the 30, 35, breaks a tackle, 40, spins off a tackle, 45, 50, drug down from behind into Pflugerville territory. And you better thank Jacob Hansen for making that tackle, or Petter may have been gone. Andrew Petter, the sophomore, returns it all the way from the 25, 24-yard line up to Pflugerville territory at the 47.
28 points on the board, and we got 4:50 left in the first quarter. They keep this pace up, I'm going to be exhausted.
I'm going to run out of stat sheets, and we're going to have to call Dave and get him to do it over the phone. 1st and 10, the Eagles take over. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left here in quarter number 1. from the 47-yard line of Pflugerville. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hermon in the shotgun snap. Moose goes motion right. Empty backfield. Hermon looks to pass. Ball batted at the line of scrimmage by number 99, Victor Asui. And that ball falls harmlessly to the turf. It's incomplete, and that brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles.
Old school defender like that, you can't get to the quarterback, so get your hands up. And that's what good things happen when that happens. And you just saw that.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles from the 47 of Pflugerville. Devin Ross offset to the right side of Hermon. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Now a man in motion is Dickman. Hermon is going to throw it over. Dickman's going to have to fall on it, and then the player jumps on him late. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Surprised it wasn't unsportsmanlike conduct, a late hit there as Dickman dove on the ball, and about 3 seconds later the defender jumps on him. But it's ruled incomplete, and that's a benefit for the Eagles right there. Otherwise, that's about a 10-yard loss.
I thought it went backwards, but the referee said it at least went parallel, if not forward.
So 3rd and 10 from the Pflugerville 47. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Eagles from the near side hash mark. Ross offset to the left of Hermon in the shotgun snap. Now a man in motion. He'll hand it off. Nope, fake. Hermon right up the middle, 45-40, and he pushes forward all the way up. They're going to mark him about the 38-yard line. He's going to be a yard short. And now here comes a couple of big boys in.
That was not a generous spot at all, because I thought he fell across to the 37, but I was wrong.
4th and 1 at the 38. And now a big blocker comes in, an extra lineman. Petter in the backfield. In the pistol formation. Now Hawkins and Ross move to the right side. Turn around, fake the pitch. Hermon keeps it. He's hit at the 40 and taken down for a loss of 1 at the 39. And the ball goes over on downs to the Panthers.
They knew exactly where that was, what was going to happen on that. And there's the stop that we talked about. Who's going to get the stop? And so far, it's been Pflugerville. And you could hear their coaches are 2 booths away from us, and you could hear that celebration happening down there.
A 1-yard loss on the 4th down turns it over to the Panthers. They're at their own 39 with 4:02 left in the first half. Handoff to Tryon Jr. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, gets about a yard on the spot. Now a whistle blows here as a man's down, lost his helmet. That would be Tryon Jr., the running back. He'll come out for a play.
Short gain on the play, 2nd down.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 now. But now it looks like a timeout's going to be called. Pflugerville will take their first timeout, and we'll take it with them. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter, and we're all tied up at 14 apiece. Back with more football on SHN in just a moment.
We are recognized.
Thinking about you, Doppler Dave, as we come back from the timeout off in the distance, Kelly, on the other side of the stadium. You see the fire engine running with the lights.
Yeah.
Makes you remember our boy Doppler Dave.
Going to spread the kitty litter.
2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Oakman keeps it, swings it out to the left side. Pass caught at the 40, breaks a tackle up 45, run out of bounds. That would be number 12, Jake Iloka. He gets up to the 47-yard line. A nice little gain there on the quick pass from Oakman to Iloka.
You got to put him on the ground.
6-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd and 2 now. They gave him 7 there. They've got him up to the 47-yard line. On the pass from Oakman. Direct snap back to Oakman, 3rd and 2, man in motion. Oakman will keep it to the left side like normal, and he hits the line of scrimmage, gets up past midfield into Georgetown territory. About the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5, and it'll be a first down for the Panthers.
Ian Lewis and Trent McConnell on the tackle.
Well, you've seen
Lewis and Trent McConnell there coming up. And so you see the commitment from the defensive backs to come up and make tackles, Kelly.
Yeah, and it cost them a little earlier because whenever Oakman came out to the right side and they wound up throwing it back. So
1st and 10 from the Georgetown 48. Now they'll look back to the coaches for the sign. Oakman will get the direct snap. He's looking to pass. Picked off. Carson Guido, 45, 40. Breaks the tackle, 35-30, 25-20. What a play. I'm going to say Carson Guido. I thought it was. It may not. It may be Ian Lewis. Ian Lewis with the interception. I thought it was Guido.
I did too.
And Lewis took it from about the 50-yard line all the way down to the 20. And they start in down to the 19 on the tackle. So the offense starts inside the Smoothie King red zone. Kelly, you turned it over on downs, and now your defense gets it back for you.
And that's exactly what they needed because they were – I don't know why Pflugerville went away from the run so quickly, but they did, and we'll take that interception. Big series here.
Eagles have it 1st and 10 at the 19 of Pflugerville. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 3 receivers right. None left. Now a man in motion is Dickman. Herman drops back to pass. Man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. One play, one touchdown, and that was to Marquise Dominguez. That one took 6 seconds off the board, and the Eagles get the lead back 20-14. That is what you call a change of momentum in the ball game. And now the Minutemen press extra point attempt. As Tucker Griffin will set to hold, Carson Sauceda readies for the extra point attempt.
That's called blown coverage there. He got open across the middle. My buddy Chris Sines from Georgetown PD just came into the booth. See my boy. I used to work with him at the PD and miss this guy a lot. But thanks to our first responders. But a great job there of taking that turnover and putting points on the board.
A 19-yard drive. That takes all of one play and 6 seconds off. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the kickoff. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN. Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club driving touchdown scoring drive summary. It went one play, 19 yards in 6 seconds. It was a 19-yard touchdown passing catch from Darson Herman to Marquise Dominguez. And the Eagles ready to kick it off. It'll be first. The kickoff, now it's a little different. Right down the middle, fielded at the 30 on a fair catch by number 6, Quentin Jackson. And the Panthers will take over with 2:54 left here in the first quarter, trailing by 7, 21-14. 1st and 10 at their own 30.
AJ couldn't even get ahead of steam up, and that
kind of disappointed.
Yeah, he saw that guy wave that hand, and he got sad.
2:54 left here in quarter number 1. 35 points on the board. 21-14. Georgetown leads it.
Woo, I'm glad we got that interception.
Pflugerville with their 4th possession of the ball game. Oakman in shotgun formation at the quarterback. Man in motion. He'll hand it off to number 12. He goes to the left side, extended out, cuts it back at the 30, 35, slips a tackle up to the 38, wherefore he's taken backwards. Now they'll mark him at the 39, a gain of 9 yards, and they'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. Number 12, Jake Iloka.
Matthew Tryon Jr. did a good job out there of pushing that out farther, and then he cut back inside that opening for a big gain when I thought they had him bottled up. I was wrong.
Now to bring up 2nd and 1 from the 39-yard line. Oakman with Tryon Jr. to his right. Now a man in motion, fake it, and now Oakman right up the middle, 40, 45, midfield, and he's wide open, headed down, 35, 30, 25. A man hits him at the 20, 15, and down, finally thrown out of bounds about the 10-yard line. Elijah Oakman on for 2nd and 1. They'll They'll mark him down inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 9.
I'm glad he's not that 100-meter guy because they'd have never caught him. But, man, he gets through that hole fast, and the offensive line just moving people.
For 5'10", 205 pounds, Elijah Oakman gets moving. It's 1st and goal from the 9 of Georgetown. Snap back, handed off to Tryon Jr., and he gets forward to about the 6-yard line. So it'll bring 2nd and goal from the 6.
Last time they tried to throw the ball was intercepted, so just run it.
I'm not sure why Oakman hands the ball off, as the Eagles have had a hard time bringing him down. I guess just to save his legs.
He's run 372 yards already tonight, so he's getting tired.
That rush offense numbers will be padded for the Panthers. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Oakman keeps it to the left side. He's stacked up at the 5 and written down there. They'll spot him at the 4, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Hard to say who that was on the tackle out there because half the defense, the black jerseys, were out there. Good job pursuing that ball once it was absolutely going that way. Because you know they got to be leery of that misdirection stuff now. They should be.
3rd and goal from the 4. 1 minute left in the first quarter. 21-14. The Eagles lead it by 7. Oakman will take the direct snap. He'll give it off to number 12, Iloka, and he breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown. Somebody else scored for the Panthers. That's the celebration there as Iloka gets into the end zone to tie things up. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. 70-yard touchdown drive in 5 plays for the Panthers here.
Doppler Dave, doing his homework, said Pflugerville's quarterback was injured against Cedar Park.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. The ball game tied at 21 apiece. Then that makes a difference, but that tells you a lot about this program, though. You have several players listed as a quarterback on the sheet, and you're putting your running back in, and I don't blame you.
Right.
Elijah Oakman is running like crazy in this ball game and doing a great job. He's thrown some good passes, a tough interception there. Great read by Ian Lewis. But you can't fault him, but that just speaks to this roster. It's a smaller roster, and you make your senior running back now become the guy that runs the offense.
Well, they're gonna the defense is gonna have to make some sort of adjustment. I think they're gonna have to move a couple of people up and really stop this run and just depend on your corners and your safeties to cover those guys that are coming out wide and out of the backfield. But you almost got to sell your soul to that run.
Zapata kicking off. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're all square, 21 apiece. Near side, kick goes up. Petter at the 25. Petter's going to take it towards the middle of the field. Cuts past the man, makes a man miss. Flag comes flying in. Petter gets past the 35. Mark him down about the 37-yard line. But it's probably going to be a holding penalty. So we'll see here what they call on the field.
During the return, walking it back, number 6, return team. 10-yard play for the spot of the foul. Georgetown ball, first down.
So they call the penalty on Drayden Dickman on the illegal block in the back. So they'll back it up from the spot there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Georgetown at their own 24-yard line. Their worst starting field position of the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 24. 40 seconds left here. 3 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers right. Harmon hands it off to Devin Ross. He strings it out wide. He's finally tripped up at the 30. And that'll be a gain of 6 on first down. 30 seconds left in the quarter. 2nd and 4 now. Devin Ross strung that one all the way. What a patient run there, Kelly.
Yeah, it was a good job of stringing that out. And again, it was one of those where I thought Pflugerville was going to be able to contain it, but they did a nice job out on the edges with their blocks.
Harmon will get the snap. Nope, 10 seconds left. They may let the clock run out. The first quarter, 5 seconds remaining. Now Harmon's going to take his time here. And the first quarter will come to an end. 21-21 your score. We're all square as we go to quarter number 2. Quick timeout. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football live here on SHN Sports. Go to the second quarter. Georgetown has the ball. Second and 6 from their own 30-yard line. 3 receivers left. Darson Harmon in the backfield. Hawkins moves to the right end. Hand off to Petter. He comes around the right side. 30, cuts it up. 35, and taken down about the 38-yard line. That'll be a nice gain of about 8 yards for Petter, and that'll be a first and 10, a borrow from Morrow first down for the Eagles. Up to their own 38-yard line. 11:40 left here in the first half. Quickly back to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Eagles. Petter offset to the left of Harmon in the shotgun formation. Snap back to Harmon. He looks to pass. He'll swing it out to Petter left side. He's got to get back up to the line of scrimmage. Makes a man miss. What a spin move there. Up past the 40, up to the 42-yard line. A gain of, could have been a big loss, turns into a gain of 4, Kelly.
He does such a good job anticipating where those guys are coming from. Just sticks that foot in the ground and makes a quick spin and gets out of it. It's just so much fun.
The first contact had to be about the 35-yard line. He gets forward to the 42, brings up second down, 6 to go for the Eagles. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Petter left side of Harmon, shotgun snap back. Now Petter will hit, or Petter gets the catch, breaks a tackle at midfield and falls forward. That was Moose in the backfield beside Harmon. But a good catch there by Petter, and he gets another borrow from Morrow first down into Pflugerville territory. First and 10 at the 47.
Petter's going to start getting tired too. He's had a lot of touches tonight. I don't know exactly how many touches, but he's had a bunch.
Now it brings up first and 10 from the 47 of Pflugerville. 10:40 left here in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand off to Petter right up the middle, 45. And he pushes forward up to about the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. That'll bring up second and 5 now for the Eagles.
This is just about the point where you're going to see Dickman try a route way down the field. And here he comes to our side.
Daring checks out. The Moose back in for the Eagles. Hawkins and Marquise Dominguez split left. Petter, the slot receiver right. Dickman on the far right sideline. Petter in motion. Harmon fakes the handoff right up the middle, 40. And he pounces forward to about the 37-yard line, and up for a borrow from Morrow first down. First and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, see number 44 out here on Andrew Petter. That's, what's his name? Eberson Ahianako. And he's lining up close to Petter, try to knock him off a route if he takes off on a route. But if he doesn't get him off that route, he's going to get beat bad.
He's all alone on the near sideline. Now he backs off a little bit. First and 10. Quick draw snap by Harmon. He gets it and goes forward all the way down to the 30 before he's pulled back. He saw something there he liked, and he got 6 yards out of it. Harmon didn't waste any time on that snap, Kelly.
Yeah, there wasn't any fake. There wasn't anything. Just here I come.
Second and 4 from the 30. He saw some gap happen in that line and in the field, because Harmon, I've not seen him ever do that from the shotgun. But as soon as he caught the ball, he was already running forward. 2 receivers left, empty right, 3 running backs in the backfield. Petter deep, Moose to the right, Ross left. Moose gets the handoff, 30, makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, and now he falls down. Flag comes in there.
Hold.
Number 9, Caitlin David Mosey out of the backfield. There's a flag on the play.
I apologize. You guys hearing on the broadcast the PA guy saying David Masse. It's the Moose. That's his name. And we're going to stick to it.
We just call him Moose. Just
so y'all know we're talking about the same guy. So we'll go to the field, Mike, and see what the penalty is here. 8:50 left in the first half.
Holding. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Remains taken out.
It was a good tackle, though.
Jeremiah Phillips whistled for the hold. Backs it up now. 2nd and 11 for the Eagles.
Welcome to our YouTube followers. Appreciate you joining in with us tonight. We got Drayden Dickman's grandparents listening in, aunt and uncle, and grandparents from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
2nd and 11. Harmon gets a shotgun snap. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to have to scramble, and he's going to go down the sack of about 6 different defenders.
Well, and there was that route. He was looking at Dickman, and Dickman got knocked off that route just long enough. If he'd have had one more beat back there before he got sacked, Darson had him open. But that's what happened when you can knock that receiver off the route like that. Boy, that really makes a difference and gives your defensive line some time to get after the quarterback.
3rd and 17 from the 43 of Pflugerville. 8:07 left here in the first half. Empty backfield now for Harmon. Shotgun snap back. Harmon drops back about 4 or 5 yard. Pressure on. He's going deep down the near sideline. Oh, he goes into the middle of the field and misses Petter. He overthrows him. And that'll bring up 4th and 17 now from the 43. Looks like the Eagles will go for it here. Petter had a step on the defender, but the pass just overthrown.
I said the wind was going to die down by the second quarter, but it actually hasn't. It's actually picked up a little bit.
4th and 17. You got to think Harmon may punt here in the little drop back punt. As Ross moves off to his right side. 2 receivers right, 1 left. He backs up. It's going to be the little pooch punt, and it will land about the 15, 10, 5, inside and batted into fair territory, or into the playing field.
Fair territory.
Dickman saves it there, and it'll be down at the 1 yard line. What a job
nice
there
job
by Drayden Dickman to slap it back and Dominguez to kill it at the 1 yard line. So the Eagles punt. 7:44 left.
First down and 10 from their own 1 yard line.
Man, I think right now you got to attack these runs with some blitzes, fill those holes, and just take the chance that they're going to throw something at you. Play up tight on those receivers and blitz.
1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 1 yard line. A big opportunity here for the Eagle offense. 7:44 left in the first half. Oakman not very deep now. He'll take the snap, and he comes straight forward. He's hit about the 2, maybe 3 yard line, stacked up there. They're going to give him the 3 yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Panthers.
Well, I'm leaning just as hard as I can to help them put
me
him
and
on
you
the
both. We had our portion of the press box leaning, trying to get Oakman down on the ground. 2nd and 8 from the 3 yard line. 7:15 left here in the first half. 21-21, we're all tied. Oakman in the shotgun snap. He'll get it. Now he's going to the right side. A shot through the gap, and he has to string it wide, and he's taken down almost back in the end zone. He barely got out of the end zone, back to the 1.
That's how you play that.
What a job of stringing that one out there, and now it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 1 yard line.
You know, we talk about the patience that running backs show, but it was a good job of the corners out there being patient, letting that play string out to them so they can't get beat to the sideline. And that's why they were successful in knocking that down for actually a loss. So big 3rd down here for this Eagle defense.
Look for a pass. Oakman not afraid to pass the ball. 7 minutes left in the first half. Oakman's going to keep it to the left side. He breaks a hole, breaks a tackle up to the 10. Let's see what their spot is. They're going to spot him at the 11. It's going to be a 1st down. And that's a tough break there. That'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I don't know about that spot. Yeah, that's the right spot.
Oakman broke 1 tackle about the 5 yard line. gets up to the 11. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 6:40 left here in the first half. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And Oakman in the shotgun. He'll take it, hand it off to the right side, breaks it open and makes a man miss. And now off to the races. 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30. Baylor Alexander on the angle, the only man left to get him, and he does at the 5-yard line. What a job by Baylor Alexander. He saves the touchdown there as he tracked him down.
Number 23,
Matthew Tryon with the carry.
5-yard line.
Nice run from the 11 all the way down to the 5-yard line of Georgetown.
Alexander. It'll be first and goal.
So we go back to that conversation, who gets the defensive stop and who takes advantage of it. Pflugerville got a stop earlier, and then we got the turnover, which, didn't hurt Pflugerville all that bad because it kept it even back and forth on the touchdowns. But now Pflugerville has a chance to take advantage of their stop.
First and goal at the 5. Iloka gets the handoff to the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. And the Panthers take the lead now, 27-21 with 6:18 left in the first half. And the Panthers, Zapata on to try the extra point.
You can hear the frustration in this booth next to us. The Georgetown coaches. We talk about the Eagle running game, but, man, this Pflugerville run game is something else.
Zapata's kick is up and good. 28-21, the Panthers take the lead with 6:18 left to go here in the first half. A 99-yard drive and 5 plays. The big play there on this drive, Kelly, was the big run for I lost who it was.
Was it Iloka?
For Iloka. From the 11-yard line of Pflugerville all the way to the 5-yard line of Georgetown. No, it wasn't Iloka. I'm sorry. It was Tyron. I'm looking at the wrong roster. Sorry. Matthew Tryon.
Tryon. So some other scores from around the district. With 6:18 left in the second quarter, Weiss is up on Cedar Park 13-3. Leander is beating Hendrickson with 4:05 left in the second quarter, 13-7. And then last night, Manor beat Anderson 49-21. So that's the scores from around the district.
Eastview got a big win over Conley last night on Thursday night action. I think it was 35-14, a big game for the other Georgetown school. Onside kick attempt, and it's fielded by the Eagles. The ball's loose.
They got it.
And here comes the line judge. The Panthers got it back.
Ball comes loose on the kickoff.
And that's what happens. You get complacent. Reagan George, senior middle linebacker, recovered the kick.
Georgetown. That was their first time out of the half.
Coach Griffin will take a timeout. Let's take one with him. With 6:14 left here in the first half, 28-21, the Panthers of Pflugerville lead it over the Eagles. We'll be right back with more Eagle football on SHN. And we're back with the Panthers have the ball. First and 10 at the Georgetown 42. The ball snapped over Oakman's head. He's back. The ball's still loose. The Eagles have it. We'll take the turnover. 2 turnovers now for the Panthers, and that one big as the Eagles get it in Panther territory at their own 38-yard line. The snap got over Oakman's head.
Avila.
Jesse Avila, another big ball game. He had an interception last week against Leander and playing well. He recovers the fumble there.
Bell spots the ball at the 37-yard line of the Panthers. First down, Georgetown.
Nice job by Jesse getting that snap over the head, classified as a fumble, but that was big.
6:08 left here in the first half. Eagles have it at their own 38 or the 38 of Pflugerville. Ross runs forward and runs over a couple of guys. One man still down up to the 31-yard line. Now he gets up, number 18, Daryl Jones.
Devin Ross out of the backfield.
Devin Ross with a nice carry. Gets forward. It's a 2nd and 4 now.
Number 9, John
I can't see it.
Lahorn on the tackle.
Start at the 37-yard line of Pflugerville. And now it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 31. Harmon gets the shotgun snap, hands it to Ross, right forward.
There
and he
you
breaks
go.
free, untouched for the touchdown. It's going to be a 31-yard touchdown run for Devin Ross. And the Eagles score again.
Nice job of making that onside kick meaningless. Great job getting the ball back and then putting the ball in the end zone. And Chuck Griffin is not beyond a little trickery himself on the special teams.
No, absolutely not. So a 31-yard touchdown run for Devin Ross brings about the Minutemen press extra point attempt. Carson Sauceda on Tucker Griffin with the hold. And the kick is away. It is good, and we're all tied at 28 with 5:28 left here in the ball game. The offense doing their job there of quick change of momentum after they get the turnover and putting the touchdown on the board to tie it back up. Kelly, you couldn't ask for more out of your offense there. They won, they punted it away. The defense gave up a 99-yard, 5-play drive for a touchdown and then have to go back on the field after the onside kick. And then the offense, they get the turnover, turned over back to them, and they make short work of that.
Well, and the defense is probably wishing that drive would have taken a little bit longer because after that 95-yard drive, they need a little breather. But now they've got to come up with something to stop this run. We've got folks listening from all over the country. A.J. Bradshaw's aunt is watching from Louisiana. We got somebody watching from Maine, Oklahoma, all over the place. So we appreciate all of you listening in. North Carolina cheering for Jacob Faltazek.
Faltazek is family in North Carolina. That's where I'll be headed Thanksgiving time. I tell you what, Louisiana makes me think it's getting to be gumbo weather.
Brother, I made a pot last week.
I must have missed the invitation.
You did.
Onside kick by the Eagles. It's going to bounce. A block, and it gets
Oh,
past.
yeah!
And what a job. The Eagles get it right back.
I said he wasn't beyond some
Oh, my
trick.
goodness. And now, I tell you what, Kelly, I don't know if you saw this. Number 25, Xavier Onsongo, had a chance to get it, and he got blocked. And the ball then bounced 2 more yards.
And that's a smart block because the ball went past who blocked him when he could have reached up and tried to get the ball, but he knew where he was on the field and knew that ball had to go. And he absolutely laid a beautiful block. Good turnover there and plenty of time for Georgetown.
Georgetown has it 1st and 10 at the 49 of Pflugerville with 5:24 left here in the first half. This will be their 7th possession of the first half. Harmon will get the shotgun snap. 1 receiver right, 1 left, 3 running backs in the backfield. Direct snap back to Harmon. He looks to drop back. Pressure on. He's going to get rid of it. Petter, 40. And he catches it. Cut down at the 35-yard line. A borrow from Morrow. First down. Up to the 33-yard line now as they're going to mark it there. So a 16-yard gain.
I was worried for Andrew's well-being because that ball kind of floated and the corner was coming up pretty quick. But it got there fast enough for him to get that head turned around. Now number 10 for Pflugerville. Sturm. Limping a little bit, safety, I guess.
Shotgun back to Harmon. He'll hand it up to Ross. No, he keeps it, drops the ball. The ball's on the ground, and the Eagles dive on it. It'll be a loss here.
Rare miscommunication there. I haven't seen Darson have troubles with the exchange this year that I remember.
Loss of 4. Takes it back to 2nd and 14 now from the Pflugerville 37. 4:30 left in the first half. Tie ball game, 28 apiece. Harmon gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Ross. Ross dances around and tries to spin out of a tackle, but the tackle made there by number 52, Erskine Arvey.
Tackle made by number 52.
He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and now it'll be third. Oh, they're going to give him a yard up to the 36-yard line.
We need to call Drayton Dickman's name.
3rd and 13 for the Eagles.
There you go. They're moving him into the slot. He's been out on the edge against number 44, so now they've got him out here wide on the inside. The middle's open.
Petter to the right of Herman. 1 man left. Now Petter in motion to the left side. Herman drops back. Pressure comes on. It's a screen. And Petter gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. And that's going to bring up 4th and 14 from the 37.
With the screen out of the backfield.
Well, and now Pflugerville is trying to make our onside kick meaningless. Because if you remember, they got the onside kick. They got the onside kick, turned the ball over. We scored and made their onside kick recovery meaningless. Now they're trying to do the same to us. We got the onside kick. Now if they can hold us here, they get the ball back.
4th and 14 for the Eagles. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. Looks like Coach Griffin's going to let the clock tick down. There's only 5 seconds left on the down clock. He can take his second timeout.
Got Frank Miranda listening out by Lake Georgetown. Jack Ward is at the fire station listening in. Jack, you got to let us know when you're going to be late, man, because I start getting worried.
They may have been on that wagon shooting down the inner loop.
Yeah, somebody posted there was a fire on the interstate a little bit earlier.
So the Eagles burned their second timeout. 2:56 left here in the first half. 28-28 your score. The Eagles have a 4th and 14 from the 37-yard line of Pflugerville.
Linwood Stockwell listening from Phippsburg, Mississippi. Hey, I got to give a shout. We talk about our award-winning band here in Georgetown, and we're so proud of them and the work they do and the Georgettes and the cheerleaders. But I have to give a shout-out to – I call him my nephew, but he's actually my second cousin, my cousin's son. My cousin's like a brother to me. But Jacob Glosson and the Lindale Marching Band were state champions at the UIL State Military Marching Band Contest this past week. So shout out to Jacob and all those Lindale kids. I'm so proud of him. I call him my nephew, super close to them. So I was so excited and got to give him a shout out.
Back from the timeout, 4th and 14. Eagles have it at the 37. It looks like they'll go for it here. Herman takes a shotgun snap, takes the handoff. He's looking to pass. He's going to come down the near sideline and going up and getting it. Marquise Dominguez. Oh, my. What a play for the Georgetown Eagle touchdown.
Wow.
On 4th and 14, you go for it. Not only do you go for it, you throw it up. And Marquise Dominguez wins the jump ball. And the touchdown for the Eagles, a 37-yard touchdown pass from Harmon to Dominguez. It's not the first time he's made a great catch. I think the highlight had to be after he caught it and then stopped right inside the goal line and turned back and looked at the defenders that he took the ball from. The Minutemen press extra point attempt is up by Salcedo, and it is good.
Wow.
Sauce knocks it through, and the Eagles take a 7-point lead, 35-28.
Yeah, did you see he rocked the baby after he scored the touchdown? He didn't do it very big, so he wouldn't get a flag, but he held that football like a baby and just kind of rocked it a little bit.
49-yard touchdown drive. I tell you what, Marquez Dominguez, you love to know that he's coming back again next year. Just
Petter's
a junior.
coming back. Oh,
Petter's coming back. You got players like Leo Diaz on defense, the sophomore. You got Drayden Dickman coming back, Marquise Dominguez. Tucker Griffin, the backup quarterback, will step into the role after Herman graduates. And so then those kids have played again. Here's the replay on the big board, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Showing on our feed. He catches it about the 3-yard line and steps in. He turns back and looks at the defenders. What a replay there on the big board.
And then rocks the baby. Marquez has done such a great job, and he has really come into his own in this receiving corps, and it's been fun to watch.
So a big play on 4th and 14. And the Eagles have a 7-point lead. 2:48 left here in the first half. A back and forth slugfest between these two teams.
I was jokingly saying 77-76, but it may not have been a joke.
Yeah, exactly right. Don't think he can run with that one after the up man signaled a fair catch. It blows over his head, caught by the next man, and he's whistled down at the 18-yard line. So Pflugerville will start 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. That really doesn't scare them after they started 1st and 10 at their own 1 and went 99 yards in 5 plays. They start here on their own 18 with 2:47 left in the first half. 35-28, the Eagles lead it by 7. Pflugerville will get the ball to start the second half. Oakman gets the direct snap. He'll hand it off right up the middle, up to about the 19, maybe the 20-yard line. Well, they'll mark down. That'll be Tryon Jr. So it'll first and 8, or 2nd and 8 now at the 20-yard line. Pflugerville will take their time as they look towards the sideline for the calls. Now they'll get it from the sideline. They all look at their wrist at the play band. Oakman will get the direct snap. He'll hand it off left side. Now he comes left. Ball's out. Eagles have it again. It's a turnover, the 3rd of the game for the Panthers, and the Eagles have it.
Wow. That's what's cost Pflugerville all season. They've got the athletes to win some of these games that they've lost, but it's been mistakes that they've made that have cost them.
Brandon Broad comes up with a fumble recovery, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles inside the Smoothie King red zone at the 17-yard line of Pflugerville.
Hey, got to give a quick shout-out to David and Allison Miller. Allison is actually Coach Griffin's sister. Her son, Isaac Miller, let us know it's their 33rd wedding anniversary, and they're listening into the game tonight. So happy anniversary to them.
Hand off to Devin Ross. He runs over a man forward past the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. Make it the 11. Nice first down run by the senior Devin Ross. That'll be up a 2nd and 4, a 6-yard gain on first down for Ross. Ross running hard tonight. 2nd and 4 from the 11. 3 receivers right. Ross offset to the right side of Harmon. Now he'll motion to the left. The lone receiver left. Harmon will keep it right to the left side. Finds a little gap. Shoots it up past the 6 to the 5-yard line where he's driven down. Maybe the 4-yard line. Inside the Smoothie King red zone are the Eagles. They started the possession inside it to 17, and now it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Nice little run there by Darson Harmon. Gain of 7 yards. 1st and goal from the 4. 1:15 left in the first half. Eagles try to score it. Run the clock out here to end the half. Now Ross gets it. Jumps over the pile. Oh, wow. What a play there by Devin Ross down to the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Eagles at the 1.
Man, I think I'd let this clock run.
55 seconds left in the half. Don't give the Panthers any time, but you're going to give it to them. And Devin Ross doesn't have the ball. Harmon does. But now a flag on the play, so we'll blow the clock dead here at 51 seconds. If the play stands, it'll be a 1-yard touchdown run for Darson Harmon, but we'll go to the field, Mike. It's going to be offsides on Pflugerville. So the touchdown will stand. The Eagles will up their lead.
Big touchdown.
Result of the play is a touchdown.
Woo, big.
But like we were talking about, you leave 51 seconds on the board for the Panthers. So Carson Saucedo, the sauce, on to attempt the Minutemen press extra point attempt. Tucker Griffin set to hold at the 10-yard line. The snap back from Briggs McGee. Tucker has it down. The kick is up. And it's through. 42-28.
Hey.
The Eagles lead it by 14 with 51 seconds. Oh, now a flag comes in. Or did someone just not pick it up off the first play? Oh, it is going to be a flag. We'll see what they do here.
Running into the kicker. Defense. That penalty declined. Result of the play is a good extra point.
Somebody ran into Sauce in the middle of the kick there. Carson shakes it off, knocks it through.
Eagles on the board with
Decline that penalty.
51
And the extra point is good. 42-28, 3 turnovers, costly for the Panthers here, Kelly, in the first half.
Yep, and Georgetown has taken advantage of them and put those points on the board. We've had difficulty stopping their offense, and really it's been them who have stopped themselves, but we'll take those points and try to hang on to this lead. Chuck and Kay Pledge checking in. Good to see them back. Miss seeing you guys sometimes when you're not here at the stadium, but glad to have you all watching online.
The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive summary. That one took 1 minute and 13 seconds in 4 plays, went a total of 17 yards after the turnover. Capped off by the Darson Harmon 1-yard touchdown run and the Carson Sauceda extra point. 42-28. The Eagles now lead it by 14. They will kick it away to the Panthers with just under 1 minute left here in the first half.
Look how shallow they're playing. Kick it over their heads.
Send one deep.
Yes.
For the Eagles, number 37, Carson Sauceda.
Sauceda calls out the signal, but you know, as usual, the 3-headed kicking monster for the Eagles. A line up. No kicker has more than 4 yards from the ball. The call kick, short middle of the field. Taken at the 34-yard line by the Panthers on the fair catch, and they'll start with 51 seconds remaining.
Called by the Panthers, Quentin Jackson.
What's funny is the catch was made at the 34-yard line. The 2 linesmen are so far down the field that they're going to give him the 35. They almost gave him the 36-yard line to start.
Well, and Pflugerville gets the ball back to start the second half, so we really have to stop this drive from going anywhere. They've got 2 timeouts, 51 seconds.
Oakman gets a snap. He's going to go to the right side. He'll get bottled up and taken down for a loss. What a play there by the Eagle defense. Is that Bryson Hanks?
Looks like.
Tackle made in the backfield by number 15, Carson Gallardo, and number 3,
Carson Gallardo and Bryson Hanks with the tackle. And that's a loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. Not many times have you seen that for the Pflugerville offense.
Pflugerville's content with letting this clock run.
17 seconds left. Oakman gets it. He'll go right. Now he's going to throw it up. It's a double coverage on the far sideline, but the ball drifts out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. 10 seconds left in the half.
All right. Don't get beat deep now. Back your guys up. Don't get beat deep on the last play of the half.
To 1. Pass attempt was trying to throw to Donald Ray Springs. It's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 12 from the 33-yard line. Pflugerville has 10 seconds left here in the first half. But it looks like head coach Charles Taylor is going to take a timeout. Georgetown. Coach Griffin's going to take the timeout. Let's take it with him. We'll take a short timeout. Be back with more Eagle football here on SHN Sports.
Scores from around the district. Sorry about that. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Weiss is up 20-10 over Cedar Park. Leander in Hendrickson, 14-13 Hendrickson at the half. And, of course, last night Maynard beat Anderson 49-21. So things are getting very tight in the district, very interesting in the district, and our game here is huge for the district standings.
3rd and 12 for the Panthers. 10 seconds left. Shotgun snap back to Oakman. He peels to the left, and man, A.J. Bradshaw. He throws Oakman down for a big loss back to the 27-yard line. A loss of 6, and that's how we'll end the half.
Coaches are smiling. The defensive coaches up here in the booth just walk out with a smile on their face.
So the Panthers end it 4th and 18 at the 27-yard line. The clock runs out, and we've reached the half. 42-28, the Eagles lead it at the half over the Pflugerville Panthers. We'll take a timeout. Enjoy the band on the screen while we go to half. We'll be back with some stats and get you ready for the second half here shortly. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
This presentation of Georgetown Eagles football on SHN Sports is brought to you by the generosity of our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. Business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
Continuing with your halftime entertainment, the Lady Panthers dance team would like to thank our platinum sponsors, Hotman Tax and Consulting, ONC Roofing, and K2 Enterprises for their support. We would also like to give a huge shout out to LPD members Rebecca and Emma for making an honor roll for the first 9 weeks. The Lady Panthers dance team is under the direction of Adriana Cortez and Hannah Sutton. Keep up with the Lady Panthers throughout the year by following us on Twitter and Instagram at LPD_PBEST. For the second half of the show, Pflugerville High School and the Department of Fine Arts is proud to present the award-winning Pflugerville High School Fighting Panther Band band is proudly supported by Stand Tree Enterprises. Congratulations to the Eagle Band on their recent accomplishments, and best of luck as you march through the competition.
It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning Sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. The Georgette officers are Lieutenant Annabelle Coram, Lieutenant Anna Dorr, First Lieutenant Stephanie Berganza, and your 21-22 Georgette Captain, Miss Anna Kate Seaback. Georgette Socials are Senior Jordan Patterson, Senior Aspen Schiefelbein, Sophomore Julia Vickers, and Senior Marissa Zavala Mendoza. Officer's Choice of the Week is Avery Sloas. And the Georgette of the Week is Casey Ridings. The Georgettes would like to dedicate this final home performance to their senior Georgettes. Role models, leaders, friends, sisters, and so much more. We love you, seniors. And now, watch the Georgettes as they perform a skirt routine to this classic Marvin Gaye song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Georgettes are under the direction of Ms. Nikki Prosser. The band is led on the field by caption heads Nate Booth, Timmy Curtin, and Matthew Bullock. Your 21-22 color guard captain is Maggie Wally. Lieutenant is Laura Kettle. Sergeant is Brandon Bryce. Social officers are Amelia Watson and Nina King. Before we begin tonight's performance, we need to recognize a senior we missed pre-game. Please help us recognize Angel Valdez. Angel plays euphonium, is escorted by Jaime and Adriana. Angel plans to attend Texas State University. Angel's favorite band memory is being a freshman and feeling like he belongs. The Georgetown Band is happy to welcome our 7th and 8th grade future Eagle Band members from DeVoll and Forbes Middle Schools. Eagle Band is truly grateful to the middle school staff for sharing their students. Band kids, how about a nice huge cheer for Mrs. Leach, Mr. Cheatham, Mr. Poteet, and Mr. Coronado.
Blaine Cushman! Let's go, Blaine! Yeah, Blaine!
For your halftime entertainment, please enjoy this performance of the combined GHS, FMS, and BMS bands. We'll be performing Metal Shop, Hey Song, Land of 1,000 Dances, and the GHS Fight Song.
Yeah, Blaine! Let's go, Blaine! Let's...
This presentation of Georgetown Eagles football on SHN Sports is brought to you by the generosity of our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. Business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com.
Mrs. Carol Watson. Administrative Assistant for Fine Arts is Amy Holmes. And Fine Arts Secretary is Gretchen Parker. Now, let's hear it for Coach Griffin and our Eagle football team in the second half. And remember, Eagle fight never dies.
SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
Welcome back to Burkle Block Field. We're right at the end of the half as the Eagles take the field, and here come the Pflugerville Panthers. And Kelly, points off turnovers are the difference in this first half. 21 points off 3 turnovers for the Eagles, and we lead by 14 at the half, 42-28.
The defense has done a good job of taking the ball away, and honestly, a couple of those turnovers weren't because of what the defense did. They were because Pflugerville made a mistake, that one snap over the head, and then they've had a couple get away that weren't necessarily stripped away. But Georgetown's done a good job of taking advantage of those. We talked at the very beginning of the game saying this game would hinge on who could make a stop if we're exchanging turnovers, and so far it's been the Eagles that have done that.
2 unofficial stats that I have, Kelly. Number 22, Elijah Oakman with 111 yards rushing in the first half. And number 23, Matthew Tryon Jr. with 105 yards. Most of his coming on an 84-yard run in that 99-yard drive. He broke it from the 11-yard line down to the Georgetown 5, where it was capped off by the Iloka touchdown.
It's funny because I've said before in the past, you take that run away and it's this. Well, you don't take those runs away. That counts.
Yeah. You can't take those 2 runs. I mean, the first play from scrimmage for the Panthers was a 55-yard run by Elijah Oakman. It set the tone early for what that Panther offense was going to do in the first half. And now this Georgetown defense has to respond as the Georgetown Eagles get set to kick it off here to start the second half. The Panthers will start with the ball. To start the second half, down by 14, 42-28. The Eagles lead it over the Panthers. A win clinches a playoff spot for these Georgetown Eagles. And the kick on the near side. It'll be fielded about the 30 on the run, 35, and now he's stacked up there and driven out of bounds by the Eagles.
Boy, you got to watch those late pushes.
Christian Valadez catches it, runs forward. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, but a flag on the field. See what they get that worked out here. It's going to be against the Eagles.
Offside, kicking team, number 9.
I'm not sure how we can keep being offsides on a kickoff where your kickers are not 3 yards deep. Those are just penalties that are going to kill you, especially as you get closer and closer to playoff time.
Well, it hadn't happened all year, and now it's happened twice in this game.
So now you give the Panthers 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oakman snap high. He bobbles it, gets it, and he runs forward at the 45-yard line. And that, I tell you what, Elijah Oakman runs hard and puts a punishing blow onto the defender. I tell you what, Carson Guido gets up there. But it's a gain of 4 on first down.
The safety that came up got his head absolutely rocked back. I think it may have been Tyler Hawkins came up, and he got just drilled by Oakman. Did a good job of hanging on and waiting for help.
2nd and 6 from the 45-yard line. Oakman will hand it off. Stretch it to the left side, stacked up at the line of scrimmage and taken down for no gain. A good job there by the defense of stringing that run out. Now it'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers. That run there by number 12, Jake Iloka, for no gain.
This is a big series for this Panther team in particular. They haven't been successful at stopping our offense either. So they've got to put some points on the board on this drive, because you would think Georgetown's going to answer back.
3rd and 6, Oakman goes to the left side, gets a big block, gets to the line of scrimmage, and pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him out. Looks like it's going to be at the 48-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th and 4. 4th and 3 now. For the Panthers, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They've done nothing but go for it on 4th down this game.
Right.
So we'll see what they do here. 4th and 3 from the 48-yard line. Snap back to Oakman. Now he hesitates, looks back to the side. It didn't snap it away. Defense almost jumped. Now Oakman, he'll get the snap. It's high. He brings it in. He stopped. The Eagle defense responds. Oakman taken down at the 49-yard line of Pflugerville, and it is not a good play there. The defense responded. Kelly, you couldn't ask for more. You said it was big for the Panther offense to put points on the board, and what an answer by the Eagle defense to shut them down and get the ball back for the offense.
Great job of the defense getting down, getting low. They took him off his feet, went low and tackled. Lots of black shirts showed up to help. They called a meeting at the running back, and fortunately they were on time for it.
And here comes the Eagle offense, 1st and 10 at their own, or at the Panther 49-yard line. Harmon has a receiver left, one right, and Ross in the backfield in the pistol formation. Turn around, hand it to Ross. He dances there, waits for a hole and hits it. Goes forward from the 45, make it the 44-yard line. And a nice gain of 5 yards on first down. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Panthers, or for the Eagles.
That's the second time I've seen a defender grab him around the waist and get drugged like my dad used to do me when we were playing football in the yard. Just drag you down the yard. That's exactly what Ross did with the defender there.
Now the Moose in the offset right of Harmon in the backfield. 2nd and 5. Harmon looking to pass and does. He hits the man. Petter across the middle. 35, 30, 25. Gets a block. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Eagles. Andrew Petter. What a move for the sophomore to break a tackle. Gets a nice block downfield. And the Eagle offense wastes no time, Kelly. They put up another touchdown in less than a minute time frame and extend their lead now, 48-28. That's a 20-point lead. And we'll wait for the Minutemen press extra point attempt by Carson Saucedo. Tucker Griffin ready to hold at the 10-yard line. Briggs McGee, the Arkansas Razorback commit, to do the snapping. Snap back to Tucker Griffin. The ball is down. The kick is up. A nice little knuckleball there. Flies through, and now a 21-point lead, Kelly, for the Eagles, 49-28.
When Andrew caught that ball, I would have never thought he'd have made the end zone. It was a great run.
And he took it from about the middle of the field all the way to the far sideline. What we talk about the shiftiness of Petter and the speed, but yet the ability to lower the shoulder, and all of that in one play.
And he sees the field. He sees where his blocks are coming from. He sees who's out there to throw a block for him and gives him time to do that. And like I say, he caught it at the hash mark on this side of the field, I think. And there are 4 guys between him and the end zone, and he scores. I never thought he would have got scored. I knew it was going to be a good gain when he caught it, but I never thought he would have scored.
For this Georgetown Eagle, there's the replay coming across the screen now. Petter, and then right at the end, reaches the ball out as he crosses into the end zone. What a play by the sophomore Andrew Petter. The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive summary. That possession took all of 2 plays, 49 yards in 41 seconds, capped off on a 44-yard touchdown pass in catch and run from Darson Harmon to Andrew Petter.
The sophomore running back.
Kick to the near side, fielded at the 28-yard line by number 13. And a jersey pull and taking him down and pushing him back. What a play there.
There's a flag.
And there it comes in, and which it shouldn't be. I get it, he pushed the guy, but he was getting pushed from behind as well. That should have been a double flag if you're going to call one there, because the whole momentum of that pile was continuing to go. But that's going to be on the Eagles, and that's a big one there. We'll listen for the call on the field, but instead of being the ball at the 30-yard line.
AJ.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, late hit. Number 5, keeping team. 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And so you hate to hear that, and it's a bad penalty for AJ to get called on him, but the momentum of the group, that pushing was going from both sides as the momentum there as they broke out of the pile. But the Panthers now have the ball with 9:42 left in the first half. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Oakman in the shotgun. Snap back. He'll fake the handoff. Keep it to the left side. Finds a hole. Hits it to midfield. 45. It's a 10-yard gain on first down. And Oakman runs hard. Gets up to the 45 of Georgetown.
They've got to be averaging 7 or 8 yards a carry at least.
And Oakman picks up a first down. They're going to give him 10 yards there on that run to the 45 of Georgetown. But then plays like that on 4th down, when you finally get a good stop on them,
yeah,
hurts that average. But Oakman, the way he runs, he runs north and south and no wasted energy. Now he hands off to Tryon. He breaks it to the left side around the end. 25-20.
Got a hold. I saw that. I was about to say they got away with a hold, but the flag just came in.
So we'll see what they call here. Got down inside the 20-yard line to the 16. We'll go to the crowd mic and see if we can hear it. Nice run there by Tryon Jr.
Aggravated assault with an Under Armour jersey.
And
he signals it to Coach Griffin. Of course, you're going to call that one back.
Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty for the slide of the foul. Repeat first down.
Christian Valadez with the holding penalty. And that'll bring it back. It can't be 1st and 5. Should be 1st and 10.
No, 1st and 5 because they're replaying the down. It's a spot foul. So they marked it off from the 30 back to the 40. So they repeat first down, but it's 1st and 5.
But the 30, where the hold occurred, the runner would have already been for a first down. You would think they would reset the change. But it'll be 1st and 5 from the 40-yard line of Georgetown. Oakman keeps it to the left side, strung out, and he's going for a loss all the way back to the 44-yard line.
So even though it was completed, it's a spot foul. So it comes back. That's the right spot.
2nd and 8 on a 3-yard loss. How they gave him the 43-yard line as Oakman went completely sideways out of bounds at the 44. But it's a loss of 3. Back to the 43-yard line. And that's why the crowd mic can come to your devastation. Now Oakman looks to pass. He's going down the left sideline, throws it up. A battle for it, and he comes down with it. And the receiver makes the catch. We'll see who that is. It's the first completion. Sidney Bonassor comes down with a catch, a big first down catch there.
Is that their first one in the second half?
The first down of the second half, up to the 22-yard line of Georgetown. Oakman will hand it off to Tryon Jr. right up the middle, up past the 20, past the 15, taken down at the 13. That'll bring up 2nd and 2 now, or 2nd and 1.
We confused Jack Ward with our discussion on the hold.
Second and 1 from the 13. Handoff. Now right up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Pushed forward by the offensive lineman. And inside the 10-yard line, up to the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal now. That was run there by number 12, Iloka. First and goal from the 7, a 6-yard gain for Iloka. .7:45 left here in the third quarter. The Eagles lead the Panthers by 21. Oakman takes a snap back, but a whistle calls it dead. It's a dead ball foul. See who it's called on here. Now a huddle of officials at the 10-yard line.
The obligatory exchange of recipes.
Absolutely. Gumbo recipes that they invite friends to. And we'll go to the crowd mic.
Offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
No number given, but a false start on the Panthers. That'll back them up and to make it first and goal now from the 12-yard line for the Panthers. Panthers may be pushing their longest drive of the night here. They're up over 2 minutes now in possession on this, in time on this possession. Snap back, handed off to Tryon, out to the right side, strung out. He gets past the block. That past the 10 to the 5 and driven out of bounds. And that was Iloka, not Tryon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 3-yard line, so it's going to bring up a second and goal from the 3.
Carson Guido was being held out there on the edge, and he was being held by 2 guys, both of them pulling on his jersey. So neither one of the referees on this side of the field saw it. But he was tying up 2 guys, which is going to be his job in that circumstance.
Second and goal from the 3. Oakman snap, runs into another man, but runs forward into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. And now a battle in the back of the end zone.
The referee right there on top of it didn't do anything, and the guy who came
from the goalpost throws the flag. I agree with you. I kind of wondered why he threw it. The guy standing on top of him was just trying to break him up. It was kind of both of the players going at it. So we'll see what the call is here. So that's on the Eagles. They're going to call it after the play, and they're going to call it on the kickoff, enforce it on the kickoff.
Yeah, but it's going to be on the Eagles because he's talking to Coach Price to see what he wants to do.
Yep, he wants to enforce it on the kickoff. He just pointed back there. So the touchdown will stand. We'll go to the crowd mic and listen for the call.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Late hit. Number 11. Defense. The goal for the play is a touchdown. So the play, the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Coach Griffin talking to Baylor Alexander there on the near sideline. That was just as much Sidney Bonassor for the Panthers as it was Baylor Alexander, but he gets the flag called. Second man involved gets the flag. The extra point attempt is up and good. So the Panthers cut it back to a 14-point deficit, 49-35. The Eagles lead it with 7-17.
Well, I can assure you, Georgetown, Pflugerville is going to be kicking the ball from Georgetown's 45-yard line. They'll kick an onside kick.
I was about to say,
and they
you got to watch out for that.
And they should. Because they're going to mark off, in high school they kick from the 40, so they'll mark off 15 yards, which will take it over to the Eagles' 45. So get your hands, guys, up front.
49-35, a 14-point lead for the Eagles. 7:17 left in the third quarter. Dave talks about this a lot, and we've discussed it multiple times here on the broadcast. You can't get suckered into the dumb penalties.
No,
and
you
that's
can't.
a big penalty that can cost this team a big play here now. You've got to be very careful to protect against now after you give them great field position on the kickoff.
And look at everybody up front.
You got 9-10 players within 10 yards of the kickoff spot is
All hands, guys.
Jose Zapata, the senior kicker for the Panthers, lines up.
He's already looking at that 10-yard mark on that far hash.
He's got 6 guys on the left side and only 4 here on the near sideline.
He's going to kick it over to the right. Nope.
The
I was
onside kick,
wrong.
the high bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Eagles benefit from that one. There comes the flag in
Yep.
there now. A good kick by Zapata, but it took that high bounce, that rolling end-over-end kick, and it bounced out of bounds.
So we get a 35.
I don't think you want them to re-kick it
No.
because they have it at midfield to kick. And they'll try it again. You just don't want to give them more opportunities in your end of the field.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team. That's going to be enforced. 5 yards for the ball went out of bounds. Georgetown ball, first down.
So it's 7:17 left in the third quarter. The Eagles will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
I thought it was supposed to come to the 35.
1st and 10 from the 33. Harmon in the pistol formation. 3 receivers left, none right. Devin Ross deep behind Harmon in the shotgun. Now he'll be offset to the right side. Harmon will turn, hand it to Ross. He comes to the left side, waits, tries to fight off a block, and the whistle blows there. And so Ross will be stopped back at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Victor Osui with the tackle. That's the big guy we were talking about earlier,
All right.
Kelly.
Yeah.
6'3", 220.
He did a good job of fighting off the block and just watching where Devin was going to go and then reacting to that side of the blocker.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Petter in motion right. Shotgun snap to Harmon. He looks to pass, swings it out to Ross. 30, 35-foot race, and he gets out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds. Looks like he came up a little gimpy there. But he got up, and they're going to call him out 1 yard short of the first down at the 42-yard line.
Wonder what's going to get called. Number 8?
Third and 1 at the 42. Marquise Dominguez and Drayton Dickman switch sides of the field as Dominguez goes right and Dickman comes left. I'm like you, Kelly. We have not called Drayton Dickman's name very much, and he's got a lot of one-on-one coverage here on the near sideline. 3rd and 1. Hand off to Petter. Gets it deep, breaks the tackle, comes back forward. But he's going to be stopped for a 1 yard loss. That'll bring up 4th and 2 now from the 41-yard line.
Tackle for loss on the play. That'll bring up 4th down.
So it'll be a big 4th and 2 from the 41. Now one of the offensive linemen comes out. That was the extra lineman that went in. Now here comes in Daring. And now Ross is going to come out.
Pooch kick.
Petter will be in the backfield. Dickman moves to the right side of the field. Marquise Dominguez, Daring on the left side. And it'll be a punt from Harmon. The snap back. And Harmon will punt it away. No one deep for the Panthers. It'll bounce at the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles get a roll in the second bounce inside the 20. And it'll roll dead at the 18-yard line. And the Eagles come up without any points there with 5:44 left in the third quarter. So an opportunity here for the Panthers to cut it within 1 score. They only trail by 14. So that drive only took us up to the 41-yard line, a gain of 8 yards on that drive.
All right, defense. Oh, man, I'm nervous.
Panthers have it. Oakman strings it out to the left. He gets outside.
Oh, nice
Oh, what a tackle there. Try to see who that tackle was made by.
Up on with the quarterback keeper. Tackle made by
Jesse Avila again.
Nice backside pursuit.
Gets in there for the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 as Oakman only got 1 yard on the play.
Jesse did a good job of chasing that down from behind and just tripping him up. which is exactly what we needed in that circumstance.
2nd and 9 for the Panthers. From their 19. Now it's going to be a pass. And it's broken up.
Their coaches are screaming for an interference, and I'm not real sure they're wrong. They didn't throw the flag, but.
Trying to go to number 2, Benasour.
If he would turn his head just a little sooner, he'd have a shot at an interception. But that receiver over there is, what, 6'13"?
Oh, I tell you what, Benasour, 6'5", 200-pound receiver, a senior, is a big target to hit. But an incompletion brings up 3rd and 9 from the 18-yard line. Throwing deep into double coverage, going for the same player. That brings up now 4th and 9. And there comes a punt team. You haven't seen this from the Panthers. It's like 11 new players coming on the field.
I wouldn't trust it.
I agree.
I wouldn't trust it.
4th and 9 from the 18-yard line.
Jose Zapata kicking for Panthers tonight. Back deep to receive will be number 6, Drayton Dickman.
And the punt is away, almost blocked. It's going to land at the 48, drift into Eagle territory inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. And the Eagles will take over with 4:38 left here in the ball game for third quarter. So a 3 and out for the Panthers, a big one for the defense here. 2 stops in the first 3 possessions of the second half. And the Eagles have it 1st and 10 at their own 38. First and 10. Hand off. Nope. Harmon keeps it right up the middle. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Harmon on the run and tackled from behind at the 25-yard line. A nice run there by Darson Harmon. And a big first down run gets the Eagles for another borrow from Morrow first down to the 24-yard line of Pflugerville.
We chuckled about it last week. He's so big that it doesn't look like he's running fast, but they have a hard time catching him.
He was moving on that play, and he finally got tracked down. He kind of had to keep weaving back and forth to get the defensive backs away from him, trying to keep it a good run, and he got another 15 yards out of it before he got tracked down. Hand off to Ross. 25, 20, breaks a tackle inside the 20 into the Smoothie King red zone. And Ross goes down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 on first down. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes Moose.
And the Moose back in.
Patter.
Marquise Dominguez and Andrew Petter, the receivers left. 3 receivers right. Dickman, Tyler Hawkins, and the Moose. Harmon alone in the backfield. Direct snap right up the middle. Goes Harmon inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a first down, a borrow from Morrow first down on the keeper by Darson Harmon. And that's going to be 1st and a goal at the 8-yard line. Tell you what, he catches that ball already moving forward. He's ready to go.
Jack Ward is excited because we are in the Smoothie King red zone.
We are inside it with another borrow from Morrow first down inside the Smoothie King red zone with 3:18 left in the third quarter. The Eagles up by 14, 49-35. 1st and goal from the 8. Petter in motion right. Harmon takes it, hands it off to Devin Ross. Untouched. Touchdown. Georgetown Eagles. What a play there. As Devin Ross, the hesitation, cuts it back to the right. No one gets a hand on him. And the Eagles put it up by 20 again, 55-35 with 3:06 left here in the third quarter.
The offensive line just absolutely mauled all the defense to the left. And when Devin cut back to his right, nobody there because they had all been pushed out of the way by the Georgetown blockers. Just beautiful blocking.
Minuteman press extra point attempt. Snap back, it's down, the kick is up, and it is good. Carson, the Saucedo, puts it through. 56-35, a 21-point lead, Kelly. 3:06 left in the third. But I think we got to highlight one thing. In 3 drives, 3 possessions for the Panthers, 2 stops for this Eagle defense, making changes at the half.
They have, and they've done a better job tackling. They've kept their assignments on defense, and if you notice that on the edges, those guys are containing a lot better, so those outside runs aren't there like they were in the first half.
And now the pressure is going to start to switch to the defensive backs, because the passing you saw in the last possession, a 3 and out, where the first punt of the game for the Panthers, they had 2 passes in the 3 plays. The pressure is on now to score. They've got to outscore Georgetown. Now you're behind 21 points, and you just have over a quarter left to play. And so the offensive scheme will have to change some, so the pressure there on the defensive backs when they're left at one-on-one.
And the strange thing is, normally when you have this much yardage running the football, it's a faster game, but the scoring drives are only lasting a couple of minutes, so it's extending the game like it's a passing game when it's really not.
The Eagles get set to kick off. Hopefully no one's offsides again. The kickoff on the near side. Fielded at the 28-yard line by number 13. Gets up to 30, 35. He's hit and taken down. It'll be all the way up to about the 38, 39-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Number 13, Christian Valadez, returns the kick again. And he'll be marked down at the 38-yard line. That's where the Panthers take over, 1st and 10 from their own 38 with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter.
The Panthers have time. They don't have a lot of it, but they don't really need to get out of their game plan right now. They just got to execute, hang on to the football, and drive the ball down the field. They have the ability to get big chunks in their running game like normally in a passing game.
Hand off to number 12 off the left side, and he's tackled from behind. What a play there by an Eagle defender, as it's just a gain of about 4 on first down. Brings up 2nd and 6. 42-yard line.
Bryson Hanks on that tackle.
Linebacker staying busy, trying to fill those gaps as the line is stretching out when they run to the left or right, and doing a good job of keeping themselves in position to force the runners back in. Oakman right up the middle. He finds a hole there. Now shakes a man, shakes another, and picks up a block. Up to past midfield, 40, 30, and he'll run out of bounds on his own at the 30-yard line. A big run there by Elijah Oakman. His first big run here of the second half.
That's another example of the running back seeing the field well and letting his blocks develop, because he jumped back behind that guy, one of his own men, so he could block for him. And we talked about it with Andrew Petter on a catch and run earlier, and Oakman did the same thing.
A 28-yard scamper for Oakman. Picks up a first down, 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 30. Oakman will hand it off this time to Tryon Jr. around the left side, and he's hit, breaks a tackle, drags a man, holding on to his jersey, and finally driven out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a run there by Tryon Jr. That'll be another first down, a 15-yard gain, and inside the red zone. They're going to mark him out at the 16-yard line, so a 14-yard run by Tryon. And now a man down on the field for the Eagles. So a timeout on the field. Let's take a quick timeout. Be back with more Eagle football here on SHN Sports. And back from the brief timeout, Stovall helped up and able to walk off kind of gingerly under his own power. And now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line for the Panthers. 2:12 left here in the third quarter. Snap back, Oakman keeps it, goes to the right side, but he's hitting
Nice.
stacked up. Just a 1-yard gain at the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9 now.
Bryson Hanks again coming in there low and taking him off his feet. And I mean low. He tackled him by his metatarsals. That's the feet bone, right?
Dr. DeVoll passing him out here tonight. 1:42 left. The clock runs here in the third quarter. 21-point lead. Pass to the far corner of the end zone. It's off the hands of Banasor. And the Eagles escape. There, it looked like Leo Diaz on the coverage. Leo Diaz, the sophomore defensive back, getting his first start tonight for the Eagles here on varsity. Came up in week 3 and has worked his way. This playing time continues to increase. Leo playing a great defensive back for the Eagles this year. Got his first start tonight here against the Panthers. 3rd and 10. They did mark Oakman back at the 16 for no gain. So now 3rd and 10 to the left side. And a man taken down at about the 12-yard line. I believe that was number 12 at Loki.
You know they got to go for it. If the Eagles don't turn this ball over, Pflugerville will get 3 more shots at it. So they got to put points on the board here.
Gain of 4, 4th and 6 from the 12-yard line. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Oakman in the shotgun. He's going to the left. Looks like he's going to pass. Pulls up. Throws it to the end zone. A great defense by Leo Diaz. The ball incomplete. And a turnover on downs. The Eagles get it back at their own 12-yard line with 49 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I don't understand why you're not running the football there. 2 passes down. If Georgetown had the ball, it would be the Smoothie King red zone.
It would.
But 2 passes down there when you've
got running backs that in the first half both had over 100 yards rushing.
Dance with who brung you.
Yeah. So Coach Charles Taylor feeling the pressure, down 21 with less than a minute left here in the third quarter to change things up. That's 2 possessions in a row, Kelly. They've gone to the passing game, and it's not worked out. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 12-yard line. Harmon back. He'll hand it off to Petter. Petter dances to the right, breaks a tackle, gets up past or to the 15-yard line. He's taken down there, gain of 3.
I've made predictions in the past that you're not going to see much of the passing game, and then right after I've made those predictions, you see a throw. But
Eagles quickly line up. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Harmon now has Petter offset to its right. 1 receiver left, 1 right, 2 left. Now Petter goes in motion. Swing pass out to Petter at the 15. Runs over a man up to the 18-yard line. He ran over number 44. Eberson, that guy, the outside linebacker, strong safety, free safety, who's been one-on-one, a lot of coverage against Dickman. But that'll run out the end of the third quarter. And the Eagles head to the fourth quarter, up by 21, 56-35. They'll start off the fourth quarter with a 3rd and 4 from their own 18-yard line. Let's take a timeout. Back in just a minute with more Eagle football on SHN Sports. back here for the fourth quarter live from Birkelbach Field, where the Eagles lead the Panthers 56-35, 12 minutes away from a guaranteed playoff spot. 2 receivers left, 3 right for the Eagles. Empty backfield. Herman, shotgun snap. He'll float one out. The man taken down. How is there not a flag there as Dickman was tripped on a crossing route? Coach Griffin out there not happy.
I guess they're saying he got their feet tangled and it was unintentional. That's the only way you keep the flag in your pocket there.
You're 2 steps behind Dickman. I'd stick my foot out and unintentionally trip him as well. But it brings up a 4th and 4 for the Eagles from their own 18. And so now the punt team in this time. And now they will move from shark, move back into punt formation. The punter stands at the 3-yard line. The snap back fielded there. He's going to get the punt away. And a nice spiral punt caught at the 44. Dropped, and the Eagles have it. Turnover again, and the Eagles are beneficiaries of their 4th turnover of the ball game. Woo! What a job and way to cover a punt.
Just took his eyes off of it.
Number 23 recovers it. That'll be Jacob Baltasek on the fumble recovery on the punt. What a play there to be down, ready to tackle the punt returner. And it went off of his chest, hit the ground, and the Eagles take over. 1st and 10 from their 45 of Pflugerville. And the Eagle offense, 3 receivers right. No receivers left. Pistol formation. Hawkins on the left side of the end. Now we'll hand it off to Petter right up the middle, 40. Inside the 40-yard line, down to the 39-yard line. A run by Petter on 1st down. Picks up 6 on 1st, brings up 2nd and 4.
That's what you got to do now. Just run that football and drain that clock.
Pistol formation again. Now they'll look. Hawkins on the left side of the line, the tight end. Lines up on the left side. 3 receivers on the right side. Herman turns around, hands it to Petter. Nope, he'll keep it around the right side. He's got running room, 35, and he's tripped up there. But it's after he picks up a borrow from Morrow 1st down, and he paid for tripping up Hawkins there. Number 10 kind of comes up hurting.
Yeah, I think he collided with 58 as well.
Sturm. The borrow from Morrow 1st down up to the 31-yard line on the keeper by Darson Herman. Now 3 receivers left. Hawkins on the left side, back off the line. Devin Ross, the running back in pistol formation. Now he'll move left side of Herman in the shotgun. Fake it. Herman up the middle. Dances, waits, drives forward. The whistle. Wait to blow it there and allow 3 players to slam Herman to the ground. But they give him a 1-yard gain up to the 30-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles. 30 of Pflugerville. 10:20 now left in the 4th quarter.
Run, clock. Run.
21-point lead for the Eagles, 56-35. Herman pistol formation. Now he'll look back towards the sideline, allowing the play clock to run. Now Ross moves up to the right side of Herman in shotgun. 3 receivers right. Quick pass out to Drayton Dickman. He got a block there. Up past the 25-20. Spins up past the 15-yard line. Slam down there. But another borrow from Morrow 1st down. Inside the Smoothie King red zone. And the first time we've called Drayton Dickman's name.
Is that his first catch?
That is his first catch of the night.
Goodness. They have done a good job of containing him. They watched the film on Drayton Dickman.
But a big one inside the Smoothie King red zone up to the 15-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that play to Drayton Dickman. 3 receivers left, none right. Pistol formation with Ross in the backfield. Turn around, hand it to Ross. Dance, finds a hole, hits it 10. Up near the 8-yard line, mark him down at the 7. And that'll be a gain of 8 on 1st down and bring up 2nd and 2 for the Eagles.
Nice push right there by the offensive line to give Devin a good gain.
Back to the line quickly, hand it off, up to the 3-yard line.
I couldn't see who it was. Number 44 for Pflugerville.
Ebenor. or Eberson.
Yeah, he got just bent over backwards whenever he hit Ross. He just kind of folded him backwards, but he hung on.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. As Ross picks up the borrow from Morrow, first down. 3 receivers left, none right. Pistol formation. Ross now will be offset. He moves in motion. Offset to the left of Harmon. Fake the handoff. No, gives it to Ross. Ross breaks a tackle, runs over a defender, and gets into the end zone. You got to signal a touchdown.
Goodness.
I was going to say he landed on top of the defender in the end zone. Devin Ross. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles, and they move the score up now to 27-point lead. And the Minutemen press extra point attempt to come from Carson Sauceda. Tucker Griffin set to hold. Briggs McGee, the long snapper. 62-35, Eagles lead it. Snap back, Tucker Griffin fumbles it up. He's going to scramble with it. Now he's going to throw on the run, and it should have been a penalty. Pass interference.
He was tackling him before the ball even got there.
And now, look there, as Hawkins comes up limping.
Nice job of Tucker not panicking.
Yeah, he did a great job, picked the ball up and ran with it.
Threw it where he's supposed to.
Yeah.
People hollering, fire, fire, fire.
And the Hawkins got tackled at the goal line. Coach Griffin's still giving the side judge an earful. 8:47 left in the ball game. A 3-minute drive there by the Eagles extends the lead to 27.
Oh, man, he was getting mauled. Absolutely getting mauled. Oh, well. What do you do? What do you do?
A quote from the movie Liar, Liar comes to mind, but I'll save it for off the air. 8:47 left here.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a good one. Devin Ross, what a touchdown run there, Kelly.
Oh, man.
He made a man miss about the 5-yard line and then literally ran over, landing on top of a Panther defender.
It was vicious.
In the end zone. Running hard, the senior running back, Devin Ross. As the Eagles get set to kick off, up by 27, 62-35.
After the kickoffs, update some scores from around the district.
Eagles will kick it off. Far sideline, fielded at the 25, and a fair catch there. Now, and the Panthers will take over. First and 10 at their own 25.
Cedar Park and Weiss are tied at 20 with 8:58 left in the fourth quarter. Leander, 21. Hendrickson, 21 with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter.
2 good ball games in District 11. So with 8:46, the Panthers take over down by 27 at their own 25-yard line.
Folks are trying to throw this district on its ear.
Cedar Park wins that game tonight. There's a 3-way tie for first place. Oakman fakes the handoff, keeps it up past the 30, breaks a tackle, and gets forward to about the 32-yard line. A gain of 7 on first down brings up 2nd and 3 now for the Panthers.
Nice job of carrying the ball there, and now Pflugerville is going to have a hard time catching up because they have not had the success in the passing game that they were hoping.
With their quarterback out due to injury, and your leading rusher now the quarterback, kind of a wildcat, a constant wildcat. Oakman has thrown the ball several times, but the passing game obviously not the strong suit for the Panthers with their running back as the quarterback. Handed off here to Tryon. And he goes forward. He's double-teamed. Ball strip. No, he's able to hold on.
Too.
But a flag came in from the back umpire. Blown down at the 34-yard line.
It's going to be a hold.
So it'll be Tryon with a good job of the defense here. Gang tackling. They're jumping in and not letting these runners break free.
Offense, number 50. 10 yards penalty for the slide of the foul. Replay, take it out.
Holding on the offense, number 50, Jordan Williamson whistled on the hold. The tackle on the right side for the Panthers. And that'll back them up. It'll make it 2nd and 11 now from the 24. 7:47, the clock's running. Pflugerville taking their time, getting the play call in.
That's odd.
I thought after the penalty, the clock would be stopped. Now it'll be a handoff here. And, oh, what a tackle. A.J. Bradshaw. Oh, my goodness. And Bryson Hanks was in there with him. And Brandon Broad, he gets up, too. He was in the middle of that. Loka on the carry, number 12.
All the D-line had to come back and give A.J. some love and then hustle back to the line of scrimmage because they thought they were going to hurry up. But Pflugerville is in no hurry to snap the ball here.
7 minutes left in the ball game. And now they'll make their way to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6 from the 29. Oakman takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, goes to the right side. And he gets a block on the outside, gets free past the 40, 45 where he's driven out there. Up to the 45-yard line, and that's a big gain there. First down for the Panthers.
Big number 2, the receiver out there, Sidney Banasaur, actually threw the cornerback. Threw him. No hold.
Banasaur, the 6'5", 200-pound receiver against the smaller. Let's see what they give Leo Diaz. Oh, he's not on this roster. They printed out the one without Diaz on it. I've had to get mine out of my bag. That'll be a snap to Oakman. He hands it off to Iloka. He dances around the backfield, breaks a tackle before he gets up to about the 47-yard line of Georgetown, and he got hit and dropped there. Trent McConnell on the hit.
Tough run. He's only 5'9", 170, and he's running like Oakman.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line of Georgetown. And I'm going to give a correction. That was not McConnell on the hit. That was number 29, Brandon Broad, on the tackle. Iloka does run hard. He's super quick. The size of him is deceiving at the 5'9", 170. He runs hard and he runs very, very quick. Oakman will keep this one piled up at the line, and he's going to go down for a loss back at the 48-yard line. What a great job there by the Eagle defense.
Much better job in the second half. Much better.
Leo Diaz listed at 5'10", 175 compared to Banasaur, 6'5", 200 when he got tossed aside there. Leo Diaz, the sophomore, against the 6'5" senior receiver. Oakman taken down for a loss, backs it up and makes it 3rd and 3 from the 48-yard line of Georgetown. Now he'll hand it off to Iloka. He dances up, gets past the line of scrimmage, up to the 45, mark him down at the 44, and a late flag comes in right from the pack. We'll see who that's on, as the ball would be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
They'll spot down around the 44-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
We'll see what they call here. It was a big old huddle of both teams in the middle of the field when that flag came flying high. And we'll go to the crowd mic to see what we got on the field. 5:18 left in the ball game. Looks like it's going to be on the Panthers, though, after the play.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 75, offense. That penalty 15 yards from the end of the run. The line of game was reached. The first down.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers, but it will go from the 44 of Georgetown back to the 41 of Pflugerville. Number 75, Elton Caldwell, the sophomore tackle, whistled for the unnecessary roughness after the play. 1st and 10 now from the 41 of Pflugerville. Oakman keeps it right up the middle, finds a gap up to the 45, and then he gets hit by the Punisher, A.J. Bradshaw. And he gets up and taps Oakman on the shoulder. He's running hard, Bradshaw hitting hard, but what a hit there as Oakman moving forward. The 205-pound running back had a full head of steam, and he stopped immediately.
I like it.
A.J. Bradshaw lowering the boom. 4:35 left in the ball game, but a gain of 6 on 1st down brings up 2nd and 4. for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line. You are correct, Kelly. They are just taking their time inside 10 seconds on the down clock. 4:15 left here in the ball game. Now Oakman calls out the signal. The ball snapped back. He'll hand it off to Iloka, and he's hit immediately, and it's going to be a loss of 1. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage. What a play there by the defensive line of Georgetown. Like you said, a totally different tackling defense here in the second half. They have responded for this Georgetown team.
Yeah, and on that play, the defensive line was able to just shed the attempts at blocks. And you got to think the Pflugerville offensive line is getting tired. We talked about it earlier. There's not a lot of depth, not that many players over on the far sideline, so they got to be getting tired.
John Sanchez, a junior guard, comes in for the Panthers on the offensive line. 3rd down and 4 from the 47-yard line of Pflugerville. Oakman gets a snap. He's going to go to the right side. Strung out there, cuts it back. Gets up to midfield, and he's hit and dropped there. But he falls forward to 49, make it the 48-yard line. And now a Pflugerville Panther down. Slowly gets up there. A.J. Bradshaw helps him up to his feet, number 64, William McDermott. And he'll stay in the ball game. Nice run there by Oakman.
They've conceded this game.
They really have. It's a surprise. They got the ball to start at their own 25 at 8 minutes and 46 seconds left in the ball game, Kelly. And they literally are taking the play clock down within 10 seconds, under 10 seconds every play.
Yep.
Keeping the ball out of the offensive hands for the Georgetown Eagles. Hand off to Iloka right up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. And he's driven down there at the 46-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the Georgetown 46.
Tackle made by Lewis.
Well, folks.
And Lewis on the tackle.
This means we're going to lock up a playoff spot tonight.
The Georgetown Eagles guaranteed at least 4th place in district. They cannot finish out of the playoff race now with this win. A big win. Coach Griffin and I talked about it on the Coaches Show, Kelly. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. This is week number 4. This team has gone 1-0.
Right.
And they're just responding to the call each and every week.
Yep. So, folks, I just put an email address in. If you are interested in sponsoring our playoff game broadcast, shoot me an email.
Hand off to Iloka. He comes to the left side, and he gets dumped. Who hit him there? Is that Brandon Broad again?
Yep. Sure
or no,
was.
Jesse up. No.
Iloka on the carry coming to the near side. He'll be upended by Gabriel.
Who was it?
Number 24, it looked like. Number 24.
Gabriel DeNova.
Gabriel DeNova with a big hit. It dumped Iloka, and it brings up a 3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line. Nice hit there by DeNova. And the Panthers take their time. 1 minute, 15 seconds left here in the ball game. 62-35, the Eagles ahead by 27. Oakman will take it, hand it off to Tryon. He strings it out wide to the right side, gets up to the 40, cuts it back, gets up to the 35 of Georgetown. Enough for another 1st down for the Panthers.
Number 23, Tryon out of the backfield.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the Georgetown 35. That was the 14th play of the drive, Kelly, or 13th play of the drive for the Panthers. They are just taking the air out of the ball and trying to run this clock out.
They may as well just go into victory formation.
Go with that email address, and let's give it to our viewers and listeners. The Georgetown Eagles will make the playoffs with the win here tonight over the Panthers, and we will need your help to sponsor that game here on SHN.
Email address is Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y, the letter D, S-H-N, @gmail.com. And businesses and individuals can sponsor. So if you're interested in helping us with these broadcasts, guys, we don't get paid for these. We just cover our expenses. So if you want to help sponsor, we got a lot of sponsorship opportunities at different costs. So shoot me an email at kellydshn@gmail.com. And we would appreciate your support to help keep these broadcasts free for our viewers. We appreciate everybody checking in for the game tonight.
This presentation of Georgetown Eagles football on SHN Sports is brought to you by the generosity of our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. Business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com.
Intercepted by number 42 for Georgetown.
Fifth turnover.
And Harmon takes the lead. That'll do it for visiting Pflugerville Panthers 35, Georgetown Eagles 62.
We're going to the playoffs.
At the end of the game.
Standings.
Excitement level to be had as the Georgetown Eagles are going to the playoffs. Kelly DeVoll, you would have said that 5 weeks ago. We would have both been like, nah, that's not a possibility.
Wondering.
It was a 1-4 start. Tough losses against Cedar Park, Liberty Hill, Belton, Manor. 4-point losses, all four of them. And these Eagles have just flipped the script. I mean, what do you call it? This team is now on a 4-game winning streak. They're 5-4. And the defense at halftime, credit. I'm going to pull a Dave England. You've got to give credit to the coaches. They have done a great job, but they did. We talked about this at half amongst ourselves while the bands were playing. The Georgettes putting on a beautiful skirt, what they called the skirt show tonight, and those beautiful blue and silver skirts and the way they were doing that. The band performing with the 7th and 8th grade band members. So much to enjoy at this game, but more importantly, another 1-0 week for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, and it was a phenomenal job in the second half, especially of containing that tough Pflugerville running game. And, Pflugerville's coming in here without their quarterback, and they did an admirable job of hanging in there. So we're going to update the district standings real quick. It looks like that Weiss has defeated Cedar Park, if the app is correct. So that brings us to these standings. Weiss, with that victory tonight, wraps up the district title, surprisingly. Cedar Park, we could still finish third in the district if Cedar Park could do us a favor and lose next week. So,
and I tell you what, Maynard and Cedar Park, Maynard's going to come in upset. They're not happy. They lost to Weiss, and the way they did lose to Weiss. And so that will be a great ball game next week as Maynard will play Cedar Park. And I had a sheet. I was wanting to look at it to see where that game actually is. I believe it's in Maynard. But look at the seniors going down into the end zone. Kelly, let's switch the camera view over. Going down and doing their little dance here as the seniors enjoying a victory on their final home game. Yeah, you just got to enjoy it with this team. I just it's super impressive. And man, what a win and what a night to clinch it. We hate that our buddy and good friend Doppler Dave isn't with us. Dave, I hope you enjoyed the game at home, taking care of yourself and getting better. We look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday night.
Thursday
Kelly,
night.
We're going to be at the Pflugerville on Pecan in
I
Pflugerville.
hope the Puff air conditioner.
We may not need it with this weather.
Should be cooler, but
I tell you what, this Georgetown Eagle team, and you talk about, you give a lot of credit to the defense here. They gave up 7 points in the second half. You gave up 28 in the first half on some tough running by this Panther team. Oakman with over 100 yards in the first half. Tryon with over 100 yards in the first half. And then this defense comes out and only allows 7 points here in the second half to hold this Pflugerville team to 35 points overall. And then the offense continues to do what it does, putting up numbers back and forth on this field, putting up 62 points. So you look at the standings one more time. 5A Division I, District 11. The Weiss Wolves will be district champions, 7-1 overall, 6-0 in district. The Maynard Mustangs currently at 5-1, 6-2 overall. The Cedar Park Timberwolves 4-2 in district, tied with the Georgetown Eagles on record. But due to the head-to-head, the Cedar Park Timberwolves are currently the third seed as it sits. And then the Georgetown Eagles have sewn up at least fourth place in the playoff standings for this district at 4-2. And so a lot of things to come to play. As it's kind of funny, if you look at that and you would have written the schedule at the beginning of the year, Kelly, the games next week are the top 4 teams playing each other.
Yeah.
1 plays 4 and 2 plays 3 technically in the standings, and so a lot can happen there. If Georgetown's to get the upset of Weiss and then Cedar Park loses, Georgetown jumps up to third place. And so there's your swap that can happen.
And that's a big difference, and here's why it's important. Our district is match up against a district just east of here. And in the fourth place, we'll be playing a district champion if we're the fourth place team in the district. So if both of us win next week, then Cedar Park is the third team. No, Cedar Park would move up to second place. Maynard would be third, and we would be fourth because Maynard and Cedar Park both beat us. But we've got to beat Weiss for that to even be a question.
Absolutely. So. But I tell you what, this team has to be excited in what they've done. They have gone on a 4-game winning streak at the answer of a 1-4. You had a 1-4 record.
Yep.
At one point in this season, and now this team sits at 5-4, 4-2 in district play. And I think it's going to be fun to talk to Coach Griffin on Wednesday at the coaches show because the effort that these kids are putting forth.
Yeah.
At halftime, this defense could have easily just wanted to give up.
Right.
You had 2 guys running the ball down your throat.
Right.
You were playing. It was a game of chase really going on. You were trying to catch them.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, to only allow 7 points. The takeaways by this defense, 5 turnovers tonight for Pflugerville, and this offense went to work on those turnovers, putting up multiple points each and every time the ball was turned over, except for that last one, the interception by Leo Diaz just kind of broke the backs of them at 15 seconds left, and it's just kind of the icing on the cake. But stay put. Hey, Thursday night, remember, folks, Wednesday night now, we need to talk to Coach. We may not be able to do a coach's show on Wednesday night because of the updated change schedule. Other games are going to be played different because of the Thursday night game. So if you see the link, it'll come up on Twitter. It'll be on YouTube. on our YouTube channel. I'll try to get that out quickly. We'll reach out to Coach Griffin and figure out what we're doing. We may not have a coaches show this week. We may save it for the week after before we go to playoffs and have a big coaches show on the following Wednesday. But nonetheless, the Georgetown Eagles have qualified for the playoffs this year, and what a turn. I pray that Doppler Dave gets better.
Yes.
And can join us Thursday night in Pflugerville. And then as we move forward into the playoffs, which is just going to wreak havoc in the basketball schedule with these schools and these athletes and the games that we broadcast here on SHN. Kelly, what's the focus this week for this Georgetown team now?
Well, the focus is going to have to be wise because they are coming and coming hard. They're the best team in the district. They've proven it week in and week out. So we get to end. We started district with Cedar Park, one of the top teams in the district, second or third team in the district, and we're ending with Wise. And this is just a brutal schedule. And, you celebrate this today, tomorrow, you're right back to work. And these kids are going to show up in the morning and lift weights.
Hit the weights, yeah.
Yeah.
You see Coach each week put up the celebrating a win with big plates and a group meeting as they hit the weight room in the morning to work through the soreness and and everything. But Coach Griffin's got to be proud. The coaching staff has to be proud. The fans need to be proud of this Eagle football team and the effort they have put forth at 1-4 and turning things around, qualifying for the playoffs. And you look at their two playoff or district losses, Cedar Park and Manor,
should have been
two
wins.
of the top 10 two of the top 3 teams in the district, and by 4 points each on games that Eagles could have won. Thursday night, I know this will happen. We'll be live on SHN Sports from the field in Pflugerville. Game time, 7 p.m. We'll play the Weiss Wolves on Thursday night to end the season because Friday night will be the battle between Hendrickson and Pflugerville, I believe it is.
Yes.
To end the season at their home field of Pflugerville there at the field. And so we will be live on the air about 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff to bring you the Georgetown Eagles. So if you can join us in person, please do. If not, join us live here on SHN Sports. Thanks to all those watching tonight and participating, chatting with us. We enjoy reading those as we go about, but we do encourage you, please keep things positive as these kids work hard each and every day as student athletes, and we're here to highlight them and to show and bring about the efforts of these student athletes, and really don't want that to be any kind of negative experience here on SHN. As Kelly commented on the chats, please keep it positive. We appreciate your involvement, but we want to make sure that we all enjoy each and every episode and time that we can be together here on SHN. As the band performs, we sign off tonight. Kelly, thanks for being here tonight with me. Doppler Dave, we missed you, buddy. Hope you're getting better. Take care of yourself. And everyone, remember, it's always free to be kind to someone else. Enjoy your night, guys. Good night.
Good night, folks.
SHN.
This presentation of